Rangers hockey, Saturday night at Madison Square Garden. It's the New York Rangers and the Ottawa Senators. Hello, everyone. Welcome to New York Rangers hockey. Sam Rosen along with John Davidson. Deb Kaufman sitting in for Al Trotwick tonight. Saturday night at hockey at the Garden. That's a strange one.
There hasn't been many. I thought I was coming to a basketball game tonight. Kind of fun, though. Something different.
Rangers taking on the Ottawa Senators, coming off the very emotional win over the Islanders, and it took the captain to lift his game and lift the team again.
Well, he did it again. I don't know how many times we've seen and said that over the last number of seasons that he's been here with the Rangers. He's on a pace for somewhere between 40 and 50 goals. He's been announced that he'll be playing in the All-Star game and later January in San Jose. Sam, it's been a pleasure to watch Mark play. It's been a pleasure to watch Mark work with his teammates, and it's also been a pleasure this year to watch Mark and Wayne Gretzky work the Rangers. There's no jealousy between the two players. One night it's Mark getting it done, another night it's Gretzky getting it done, and to see that happen with all the years that they've had playing pro hockey at the level that they played at is really a special treat. And to sit here and watch it almost night after night, it's something to relish, to enjoy.
I totally agree with that. One thing that's been strange about the Rangers in recent weeks, been a great roll they're on, 14-3-1, but against the lesser teams, the teams down at the bottom when they beat them, they haven't played well. Look at the losses.
Is the word parity, is that part of what's going on here? Tampa Bay, Ottawa, and the Islanders are the three teams that have beaten the Rangers in their last 18 games. Rangers have been very good with teams above 500. Below 500, they're below 500 by a couple of games. It tells you two things. One, yes, there's a lot of good teams in this league, and the bad ones aren't that bad. Second of all, it's mental. It's absolutely between the ears. If the Rangers are not ready for this game mentally, they won't win. Ottawa will come in here and beat them by playing a smart defensive game. If the Rangers rev up and play their own game and play a smart game and also be patient when they have to be patient, they'll be fine.
Ulf Samuelsson, who was injured in the game against the Islanders, will play. We asked him this morning about playing these teams that are down at the bottom of the standings.
You know, you can look at it from a number of different ways. I mean, I think one is that the difference from a good team and not so good team in the league these days might not be that big as it used to be. And I mean, teams, you know, take pride in playing as a team that's doing well in the standings. I don't know, you can look at a number of different reasons, but it's an important game tonight, and we can't let another 2 points pass by.
The Ottawa Senators come in off a 1-0 loss to the New Jersey Devils. They get right back into it, John. As Coach Jacques Martin said, it's a chance to get back on a winning track.
Yeah, for them, it's a team that's really playing well defensively, very well defensively, and they lost a 1-0 game in which they gave up a 2-on-1 last night to New Jersey, and what might be the worst game I've watched in 5 years. It was a very slow game. There was 8 scoring chances total in the game. Some teams have that in one period. However, the last time the Rangers played this club, Yashin and Alfredson had a very good game against the Rangers on the 26th of December. Chorsky's back from injury, didn't play in that game, and that makes up their #1 line and is dangerous. And the Rangers on the 26th of December, the day after Christmas, played in Ottawa, and they were flat. Their legs weren't going. Mentally, they weren't very good. They were outworked by Ottawa, and I think this illustrates exactly what happened. Rangers in the neutral zone, 3 guys trapped. Here comes a 2-on-1. The puck will be put in behind Glenn Healy, who didn't have a chance all game long. Again, show respect for this Ottawa club. They have some good young players.
We'll be set to go with the Rangers and the Ottawa Senators right after these messages. Ottawa Senators, who have lost 3 of their last 4, in to take on the New York Rangers, and Damian Rhodes gets the start. He's been the #1 guy. He's won 10 games this season. Damian Rhodes, 2.64 goals against average. St. Paul, Minnesota native. Mike Richter, the hottest goalie in the National Hockey League, has won 10 straight, unbeaten in his last 14. Just a terrific year for Mike, as he is ranked among the best in the NHL. Dan Marawelli is the referee tonight. Ryan Murphy and Tim Nowak, who were the linesmen on Thursday night, are back in. And as Deb Kaufman mentioned in the pregame show, only the 3rd time in the last 15 seasons that the Rangers have played a Saturday night game on home ice. One was during the lockout season at 1995, and then go back to New Year's Eve against the Chicago Blackhawks, December 31st, 1988. Wayne Gretzky, Luc Robitaille, Nicholas Sundstrom, Brian Leetch, and Jeff Bukaboom open up for the Rangers, and a quick change on defense for the Ottawa Senators.
I think they're going to save York and Laukkonen to go against Mark Messier, Sam. They changed. They got Duchesne and Musil, veteran pairing for the Wayne Gretzky line. Ottawa's good defensively. They're ranked 12th in the league, and that's remarkable considering how much they've improved in that area. The Rangers are 10th. Ottawa will play a very patient game. They'll try to control the tempo if they can. They feel they outworked the Rangers the day after Christmas, and they did. They're right. The Rangers have to elevate their work habits in this game, play a smart game. They also want to do a lot of hitting, especially on Yashin and Alfredson, and also the defense for Ottawa. They don't feel Ottawa's defense is very big, so they want to move in and bang, bang, bang. Let's see if they can.
Over the last 8 games, they've given up only 15 goals. Messier line comes on with Messier, Graves, and Kovalov, Samuelson, and Karpovtsev. And away with the puck come the Ottawa Senators. Tom Chorsky, number 17, with a lead for Daniel Alfredson. Back to Chorsky. Saved by Richter on a tough shot. Chorsky again. The shot deflects across. Kovalov comes out. Alfredson chasing him. Alfredson, number 11. Second consecutive year he's been named to the All-Star team. Number 19 is Alexei Yashin. And now the Ottawa Senators change again. Jason York on defense, number 33, with Yanni Laukkonen, number 27. Up front, Bruce Gardner, number 25. Andreas Dackel, number 10, and Denny Lambert, number 42.
They'll try to keep their third set of defensemen, Pitlick and Redden, 2 young players, as there's an offside pass here. They'll try and keep that young defense pairing away from Messier and Gretzky as much as possible. First scoring chance goes to Ottawa when the Rangers actually won a draw. They won the face-off in the other team's zone. The shot from behind the top of the circle doesn't get through. Watch right here. There's the shot. It's blocked right there nicely. Then all of a sudden, there go the Senators. Samuelson's shot was blocked and blocked nicely. There they go, and you'll see Chorsky move in behind everybody here, get a real good shot and a good save.
Backhander by Steve Duchesne. Richter lost it after making the save. Bruce Gardner, number 25, in the corner with it. Gardner battling Sundstrom. A shot is a save off the chest of Richter. Loose puck in front, and it's pushed out by Bruce Driver. Sundstrom in the middle.
Adam Graves was back checking on that big shot that Chorsky had, Sam, when Samuelson's shot was blocked, and he hurt himself, and he's having a problem on the bench with a bad hand. His hand has got ice on it now. I don't know what happened.
Richter makes another save as the Senators crowd the net, and away with the puck comes Nicholas Sundstrom to Gretzky. Slowed down, plays it across, and it's broken up by Wade Redden. Redden, number 6, dumping it in the Rangers zone. Leetch takes over, gets away from Jason Zent, number 38, and by Sergei Zholtak, and carries it all the way, and shoots, save by Rhodes. Beautiful rush by Leetch. Senators send it into the Ranger zone again, and Brian Leetch takes over. Outlets to Bill Berg, missed connection. Rangers have Nemchinov, Berg, and Flatley on. Laukkonen back for the puck, and the Rangers whistled for icing. We're a little over 2 minutes in to the first period. There's Adam Graves on the bench.
Flexing his left hand there a little bit. When he came off the ice, he went over to the bench. Jim Ramsey took care of him. Ice down, whatever it was bothering. He may have just taken a slash or fallen on his hand, and it hurts for a bit, so they try to ice it down as soon as possible. It does not look like Adam will miss a shift. They're looking at the gloves, too, and I imagine the Cooper gloves there, as you see, are good ones, but the league is studying helmets, studying gloves. There's so many darn injuries around the league. You were just telling me some Hartford players, they got like 10 guys out.
10 guys out. They've got 3 groin injuries just cropped in. Kevin Holler is out, Nelson Emerson, and Jeff O'Neill.
Yeah, I mean, that's 10 guys. This just can't be allowed to happen. So the league is really trying to do a study on helmets, on gloves, on equipment, on glass. Was the glass too hard, the new stuff?
On the ice,
and
the ice.
Yeah, they're looking right now to hire an ice expert to go around the league, or a group of people to go around the league and monitor the ice surfaces and see if they can be the best that they can be. So it's a concern, without a doubt.
Pat Flatley for Sergei Nemchinov. Tries to split the defense. Rhodes plays the puck. Last night's game, Damian Rhodes faced only 15 shots. The Devils scored in the third period on a beautiful 2-on-1. Sullivan feeding Bill Guerin.
It was a great play, but it was not a great game. That was a very slow, boring, frankly, boring game. And the Devils, you know, they probably don't care about putting a road show on. They got the job done and won the thing, 1-0, but it was not a masterpiece.
We'll be right back. Remember, when you're having good times with good friends, drink responsibly, because friends know when to say when. Reminder from your friends at Budweiser.
So it looks like the big Lions will play head-to-head in this one, Sam. Yashin against Messier, and Samuelson and Karpatsa pick up the assignment of Yashin's line.
Messier won the face-off. Puck around to Brian Noonan, takes a hit from Yanni Laukkonen. Messier, Noonan, and Churla on as Messier's double shifted. Puck out of the zone. Samuelson and Karpatsa. Churla. Back to Karpatsa. Yashin, number 19, Chorsky, number 17, and Alfredson, number 11, on for Ottawa, with Laukkonen and York on defense.
Ottawa started quickly. The first 4 minutes, they've had 4 shots. The Rangers have had 1, and that was a wrist shot from Brian Leach.
Samuelson took it away from Yashin and played it in, but the Rangers are offside.
Wolfie Samuelson was injured the other night with the hit from Travis Green. He too thinks it should have been only a 2-minute minor, and I thought that was the right call. I'm glad he thinks that way. He said his back was sore going into the game. He had had some back spasms. He also told me today that when he got hit, he may have dislodged a rib a little bit. And Jim Ramsey, when you're looking at him behind Opie there, he corrected the rib, put it back where it belonged. And the spasms took a little while to go away. He wasn't able to come back and play, but here he is. Listen, he hits a lot. Sometimes he's not the cleanest player, as we all know. In fact, he can be dirty, or at least has been in years past. But he never, ever blames the referee and never blames the opposition. He takes hits and he gives them. And you don't hear him whining about what happens to him, do you?
He's never complained.
No,
never complains. Sundstrom has the puck. Lucille able to clear the zone. Ottawa Senators come in with 31 points. They are last in the Eastern Conference, but not too far out of a playoff spot. And they're going to get some guys back from injury at the All-Star break. After the All-Star break, Radek Bonk and Sean McEachran, that's going to help their team.
They better be good on the road, though, Sam. That's where the majority of their games are.
Right now, they have only 5 road wins this season, tied for second fewest in the league. Driver with the check along the board.
You can sense 5 minutes in that they've already, as a team, quietened down this Madison Square Garden by playing 5-man defensive hockey. The Rangers have had 1 shot. That was the wrist shot when Leach took the puck from one end of the ice all the way to the other. And so far, with the icing here against the Rangers, no flow to the Rangers game. So Jacques Martin, who, by the way, has a team that had the #1 power play through the month of December. Is that hard to believe?
Well, you know, it's really strange, and here's why it's strange, John. They were 26.7% for the month in 12 games, but in 2 of those games, they were 7 for 10.
Yeah.
In the other 10 games, they were 5 for 35.
Which is what percentage?
14%. So
their last on the road.
Big games.
Their last, you know, not pardon me, they're number 5 on the road. They're pretty good on the road. Their penalty killing is where they've had problems. Their power plays was something they have to respect, I think.
You do.
And stay out of the penalty box with.
Well, Yashin has been good. Daig has been good. He's lifted his game. Here's Leach against Daig. Leach, one-handed shot, save, rebound. The net's knocked off on the big collision. Leach went in hard. Rhodes is there. Daig was behind the play. Randy Cunneyworth there.
Brian Leach moves in, makes a great play. Showing great speed here early. He gets up and the fans applaud. Oh, is an injured Ottawa Senator
player
down there. I apologize. As the training staff has come out to try and find out what the problem is. Is that Jason York?
Yes, that's York.
There was a heck of a collision. Mike Richter was asked yesterday on a telephone conference call whether or not the pegs should be put in and solidified and the net doesn't pop off the moorings. There's the bump on Leach. Everybody moves in. And York seems to have had a lower leg problem, Sam. There was nothing up top. York is the man right in front of the goaltender now as Leach cuts in. There's the bump. I don't know. He's still down. Wow. He's now feeling, it looks like he went to feel his face. Maybe his head hit the ice, Sam, as he goes down right there. His head may have bounced off the ice surface. Yes, he's had problems with his face. As you see there, he's been cut. I think Leach ended up with paint from the goalpost on his shield. Anyway, Mike Richter was asked about the pegs. Make them solid so the net doesn't pop off like it used to. So no, just put barbed wire up across the goal itself. He is a piece of work. He is a piece of work. They're trying to clean the windshield off there, as you see.
Does Jim Ramsey do cars too?
Maybe better.
No. All right, it's okay.
Face off outside.
York still being tended to.
Outside the Ottawa zone, and York looks to be okay. He's putting his helmet back on.
Leach with 2 good rushes thus far early in the game.
The only 2 shots the Rangers have had, Sam.
Daniel Alfredson. Tom Chorsky slowed up by Samuelson, falls down but centers through. Kovalov quickly to Messier. Messier, Graves, and Samuelson rush down. Here's Graves. Pass intended for Samuelson. Senators come out. Yashin leads Alfredson. Back to Yashin. Yashin looking to make a pass, takes the shot instead. Kovalov's got the puck. Graves. Now Messier. Graves takes the shot. It's blocked. Messier recovers the puck. Side of the net. Rhodes got a stick on it. Kovalov plays it. Back pass taken away by Alfredson. Cairns and Driver paired on defense. Rangers healthy scratches. Jay Moore and Doug Lidster. Darren Langdon is about a week away. He's had 2 full practices now. Getting close to returning. Cairns steps up with a high, hard hit. Puck taken away by Dackel, who shoots, save. The puck behind Richter. He falls on top.
There's a good shot as Cairns looks like he's going to go with Lambert. They appear to get together. Lambert got banged up a bit in last night's game, but he's back dressed, and they got pushing at one another. Turnover in the Rangers zone deep. Looked like Billy Berg had some trouble with the puck. There was a big shot on goal and close to a rebound. There's Lambert and Cairns meet up right there at center ice. Big guy, another guy not quite so big, and Cairns isn't going to let him jump back into the play. It's a good shot on goal by Dackel, and right in front there was the Senators looking for a rebound. But Richter took care of that business.
Redden with a setup for Pitlick. The shot goes high, bangs off the glass. Flatley moves it around. Past Driver, played by Bill Berg. 13:15 to go in the first. There's no score in the game. Rangers have won 3 of their last 4, 8 of their last 10, and 14-3-1 in the last 18 games.
In the first 7 minutes here, Ottawa's played very well, outshooting the Rangers 6-2. They've played very smart to this point.
Cairns knocked down by Duchesne.
See, when they play the trap like that, Sam, if the Rangers come up ice and want to go through the middle, it's not going to work. The coaching staff keep telling their players that. Don't go through the middle. Find a way to work the outside with some speed or long passes. Good check in front there by Cairns.
Nice play by Zent with a one-hand pass while he was being checked by Noonan. Sholtok, number 16, reaches in for the puck. Noonan takes a hit from Zent. Former Ranger Denny Vial playing the left wing on this line, this 4th line for Ottawa, number 21.
Ottawa's going with 4 lines, probably because they played last night at home. Got here about 1:30 in the morning, which isn't too bad.
And they found the weather much better than in Ottawa, John. It's snowing up there.
A lot of de-icing going on before you take off.
Offside whistle, 12:02 to go in the first. Alexander Daig has been quiet thus far. Mike Richter, who's made 6 saves thus far.
There's where Berg went up the ice with the puck, and Dackel was there. Now look at the rebound. Sitting in behind Richter, and he does a nice job of freezing it up before the teammate of Dackel. I'm not sure who it was.
I think that was Bruce Gardner.
I think you're right. He couldn't quite get to it. The Rangers here. Now see what they did there? Tried to go wide, even though it didn't work. But through the middle is not going to work.
Gretzky takes Leach's pass and shoots. Glove save by Rhodes.
Good pass by Leach. Leach has had 2 shots, and he just set up the Rangers' 3rd shot with a bullet pass to Gretzky. And Gretzky with a tremendous shot. That was a great save. The Rangers are thinking about going up the outside now. If we watch and the puck moves along, Gretzky wins the draw. Now Noonan is back on the right side. Watch the Rangers go from D to D up to the wing. The dump in doesn't work by Noonan. It gets blocked. But Leach jumps in, and watch this alert pass. Bingo, right to Gretzky, and he's in. What a great shot and a tremendous save.
Back to the live action. Alexander Daig, the leading goal scorer for Ottawa. Number 91 moves in, centers all the way through. Randy Cunningworth fires, saved by Richter. Ottawa just winding up and shooting. Gretzky. Churla heads for the net. Gretzky bumped off the play by Randy Cunningworth. Noonan's got the puck. He's tied up in the corner, keeps moving, being held, taken down. Good play by Noonan. Cunningworth will go on the hold.
He had just made a good play on Gretzky, knocking Gretzky off the puck and down, and then he got back into his own zone deeper, talking about Cunningworth, and there's not much doubt about that one as he gets caught for holding the Rangers' first power play. They've been outshot 7-3 to this point. See, Churla does a nice job holding his man off. Now here goes Noonan. Cunningworth's on him, and Noonan's a strong guy, strong legs. Look at the legs keep going. He just can't stop working at this level. If he did, there'd be no penalty. Noonan kept working. He draws the Rangers a power play.
Cunningworth for holding at 8:45. Rangers on the power play still have the #1 percentage in the league. Colorado is taking over with the most power play goals, and the Ottawa Senators are last in penalty killing.
Colorado's had 43 more power play chances than the Rangers. 43 in 3 fewer games. That's right.
Oh, man. Colorado will be here on Monday night, the defending Stanley Cup champions, to meet the Rangers. Leach, Driver, Messier, Graves, and Kovalov for the power play. Driver with the shot, stick save by Rhodes. York 33, Laukkanen 27 on defense. Alfredson and Gardner, the forwards. Gardner 25, Alfredson 11.
Ottawa only 2 shorthanded goals on a season. Duchesne and Hannon. Duchesne is playing. He's a defenseman. Hannon's not even in the lineup.
Rangers were 1 for 4 against Ottawa on December 26th in the 5-2 loss in Ottawa. Here's Leach dropping the puck along the line. It's out of the zone. Driver plays it across. Ottawa changing. Tom Chorske has come on with Sean Van Allen. Sean Van Allen, number 22.
Usually it's Cunningworth, Sam, but Chorsky's working with Van Allen because Cunningworth's in the penalty box.
Driver. Fans with a "Let's Go Rangers" chant. Leach brings it across to set up the power play, which has 55 seconds to go. Kovalov moves it to Messier. Back to Leach. Holding. Try to get it down low for Graves, and a good play by Duchesne to clear. Past the midway point of the first period in a scoreless game as Alexander Karpovtsev takes the puck and finds Wayne Gretzky. Gretzky, Noonan, and Robitaille have come on with Leach and Karpovtsev. Robitaille moves it. Laukkanen keeps it going. It's kept in by Karpovtsev. Past Gretzky to Robitaille. In front is Noonan. Couldn't get it to him. Gretzky out to Karpovtsev. Holds. Takes the shot. It's blocked by Alfredson. Down comes Leach. Leach. Bumped by Laukkanen. Puck around to Gretzky. Leach behind the net. Now for Noonan. Off his stick. Gretzky takes over. Gretzky looks. Out to Karpovtsev for the shot. Deflected wide. Rebound bounces down in front. Taken by Bruce Gardner, and he comes out. That's it for the power play.
3 attempted shots by the Rangers blocked by Ottawa before they got through to Damian Rhodes. So the Rangers never registered a shot on the power play.
Still no score in the game. 9:05 to go, first period. Ulf Samuelsson with the lead to Robitaille. Leaves it for Gretzky. His pass tipped by Cunningworth, taken by Wade Redden. Gave it away to Robitaille. He's got a man. It's Gretzky. Save. Rebound save by Rhodes. Oh, good chance for Wayne Gretzky, and Rhodes with a great save and a good second save. Lance Pitlick with a big drive and a glove save by Richter. He holds the puck.
The Rangers did get 1 shot on the power play. I should correct myself there, but the power play was better, or was better when it was over. Gretzky.
Turnover by Ottawa, and the Rangers got a good chance.
As I was saying, the power play didn't work. It only had 1 shot. But right after the power play, the Rangers, with a hit by Noonan, forced the turnover. Robitaille, the great pass. Gretzky can't finish twice on Damian Rhodes. You know, Sam, the Rangers want to do some bumping in this game, and we haven't seen a lot of it. We just saw it with Noonan, and it created that turnover as Damian Rhodes, the net, makes the saves.
Out to Duchesne. Deflected on the way in. Yashin finds it. Little change of lines here for Jacques Martin. He's got Yashin with Zoltak and Daig.
Whatever, that's because of the penalty kill that they had going.
Messier with a puck. For Leach, the trailer. Broken up by Daig. Here's Yashin. Across to Sergei Zoltak. Zoltak for Yashin. His pass off the skate of Alexei Kovalov. Messier for Kovalov with speed to the net. He goes around. He's taken out of the play. Check there by York. Messier looking for the puck, and the whistle stops play.
Now, Messier read that play nicely. Remember that Kovalov on the right wing is a left-hand shot. If Mark puts the puck way ahead of him, Kovalov would skate into it on the backhand. As we roll it ahead here, we'll see Messier end up with the puck. As he gains the blue line, stop it. Now, if he puts the puck way up here, Kovalov takes it on the backhand. He almost puts it behind him, so Kovalov can take it on the forehand, and then has his mind made up as to what does he want to do? Cut back in the middle of the forehand, or go to the backhand and go wide? He tried to go wide, and it didn't work. Sentiment, how they think at high speed where to put the puck. Gretzky can do it. Messier can do it. Mario Lemieux can do it. It's amazing.
Holy Campbell leaning out over the bench. Checking something perhaps on the Ottawa side.
Maybe Ottawa changing late.
And Chinov, Flatley, and Berg on for the Rangers. Cairns with a shot. Backhanded by Berg. Saved by Rhodes. Rebound loose. Lambert and Berg go for it. Driver plays the puck. No score in the game. 7:48 to go, first period. Lambert hit by Berg.
So hitting the Rangers wanted. Lambert's hurt. He got bumped up last night, too, and now he gets nailed by Billy Berg. The two teams that don't take very many penalty minutes, Sam. I think Ottawa is the fewest in the league, and the Rangers are about third fewest in the league regarding penalty minutes. And oh boy, shoulder problem for Lambert. I think he was facing the boards right there. Berg comes in and tried to catch him with his left leg up on the side, but some of it was from behind, and Lambert goes in hard. Now watch, you'll see Berg, as the puck's flipped in, Berg will go with his left leg to the left side and accordions Lambert into the boards, and there's a shoulder problem. Gosh.
26-year-old Denny Lambert originally came into the league with the Anaheim Mighty Ducks in 1993 as a free agent. Ottawa signed him as a free agent this past summer from Wawa, Ontario.
I know where Wawa is.
Where?
The land of the moose.
Is that right?
In Ontario. They're bigger than railroad cars up there, the moose.
Chorsky gets to the puck quickly, sets up Alfredson, the save by Richter.
If you ever want to go see geese that are the size of deer up there, too. Everything's big, huh? Yeah, oh yeah.
Alfredson with a good chance on the setup from Tom Chorsky.
Oh, he's a good hockey player, Sam. Hard worker in practice. Chorsky looks like he fits in well with his line. You know, when you see that play, Richter tried to get out there quickly, but Chorsky's speed got there first on the dump in. Good dump in, timed perfectly. Richter can't go get it. Alfredson's not picked up by Ulf Samuelsson, and there was a good little shot. Richter almost caught out of the goal.
Jacques Martin told us that he moved Tom Chorsky to the top line late last season to get him going. Chorsky's found renewed confidence in his game. He's playing better. He's gotten a 2-year contract extension, which makes him very happy, where originally he wasn't happy up there. Had laser surgery on his eye to correct a torn retina. He's got to wear the shield for the rest of his career, but he's feeling good and he's playing well.
It's a fluid that was draining out of his eye because of these little tears that had to be repaired via the laser and that type of surgery. But he's sure playing well with that line. That line's a good line, and that's why you have to respect it. You have to make sure you match properly against it if you're the home team, and that's what the Rangers are trying to do. Chorsky, I mean, he played some in Montreal and some in New Jersey, so he has to, I would think, have an understanding of the defensive aspect of the game. And he plays with Yashin and Alfredson. It's a good line.
Yeah. I feel he's a smart player, good defensively. Takeaway by Laukkonen. Big drive goes wide. Kept in by Van Allen. His shot into the chest of Richter, and he gathers the rebound for a faceoff.
Interesting how Laukkonen has become one of their better defensemen. He's been one of the 3 stars in something like 4 of the last 5 games Ottawa has played in.
Sean Van Allen, former Mighty Duck. In the absence of Radek Bonk, he's been elevated to the number 2 center.
Yeah, Radek Bonk was the centerman who was out with an injury, but he was playing against the other team's best centerman throughout the last half of last season and ended up a plus player in the last half. That's an accomplishment when you go against the other team's best players. So Van Allen now with the injury has been asked to do quite a bit of that if they don't go head-to-head with Yashin on like Messier or Gretzky. By the way, Messier has been the best centerman for the Rangers on draws. He's won 7 of the 9 the Rangers have won. That one they lost, but they worked the puck out of the zone.
Flatley with an excellent play and forced the puck into the Ottawa zone. Berg gets to it. Driver against Zent. And The Senators come out. Andreas Dackel, driver's stick is broken. He gets a new one from the bench. Richter fires the puck around to Nemchinov. No score in the game. 6.5 minutes to go, first period.
Ottawa club's working here, and they deserve credit for it to this point. The work habits have been very strong on the road here in the Garden.
John, the Senators have played 37 games. They've won 5 one-goal games. They've lost 8 one-goal games, and they've played 7 ties. 20 of their 37 games have all ended within 1 goal. Cairns moves the puck. Back forward, Wade Redden. Across 2 lines, and we get a face-off in the Ottawa zone, just under 6 to go. Alexander Daig is going to be 22 in February.
$3.5 million, $3.2 million a year. That's not bad.
Got another year and a half left on his contract. He's really he's maturing as a player, and he says now he's getting scoring chances, at least 3 or 4 scoring chances every game.
He's minus 13 though. Something he has to work on. Lambert's back. Doesn't look like he wears very big shoulder pads there. He must have went numb for a moment. The left shoulder, but it looks like a nerve got jarred or something, and he's okay now, which is a good sign. And he actually looks relieved, doesn't he? A little smile on his face. Yeah, you hate to see any players get injured. Period.
Nice switcher.
Yeah.
Might be too warm to be wearing that type of.
You know what Red Light did today, don't you?
What?
Well, we were preparing and
Did he?
working,
No,
going
don't
to
tell me.
practices.
He
and
went to the
18 holes.
Oh, man.
They had carts for him and everything. It's like the king showed up. Guess what he's doing tomorrow if it's not raining? Well, we're preparing for the game Monday, going to practices and getting newspaper clippings, just talking to coaches,
looking at
players.
tape.
Yeah.
So, just sharpening up those, just polishing his clubs,
Polishing
right?
the Titleist threes.
Churlo with the puck.
And then he lies about his handicap.
Chorsky in after it. Bumps with Samuelson, who rides him hard to the boards. Chorsky trying to keep it alive, does. Gets the helmet back on straight. Yashin in the corner with a puck. Checked by Messier. Gets away. Comes around the net. Yashin's got that long reach. Long shot is stopped by Richter, and he stops play.
And there's Samuelson had to stick through the legs of Chorsky. Interesting to watch Olfi work in the trenches or along the boards near the net. If he gets the other players back towards him, he'll reach up, push the helmet over his head. Right, you'll see it right here in a moment. Watch him as he works high and hard. Now watch him shove the helmet. There, right there. Does it again. Now Chorsky's got to get his helmet straight. There's a hack to the back of the leg.
Not away
No
with that
penalties.
one.
They tried a facial. Now he grabs the stick. Grab the stick. Stick through the legs. Just another shift for Olfi.
Look for every little angle. On the scoreboard, Pittsburgh leading Tampa Bay 3-1 in the first period. Robitaille against Duchesne. They were teammates in L.A. Rhodes moves the puck, kept in by Sundstrom. Bounces down to Robitaille. Works it to Gretzky. Back for Robitaille, taken away by Van Allen. He gets it back to Sundstrom. Gretzky for Robitaille. It's in the crease. Penalty call. Robitaille taken down.
Duchesne will go. Gretzky almost scored from behind the net as it went off the goaltender's stick. Almost back in behind the goaltender.
Steve Duchesne saw these moves between Robitaille and Gretzky in L.A. a few times.
In practice and in games, they were teammates. But that little give and go in tight, there's Duchesne knocking Robitaille down. I don't think Duchesne would have gotten a penalty if Damian Rhodes let the puck go through. Of course, he doesn't want to. But when the puck didn't get past the goalie because of the goalie stick, Duchesne got caught for pushing Robitaille down.
Power play number 2 for the Rangers as Duchesne goes for interference at 15-18. A clear by Lance Pitlick. Driver and Gardner going for it. Richter backhands it to Driver. In comes Alfredson. A lot of pressure from the Ottawa penalty killers. Gretzky across. Talked about Ottawa being last, but in their last 4 games, they're 12 for 13 coming into tonight's game. Penalty killing, so it's picking up.
Yeah, but most of those at home, Sam.
No, okay.
Right? They've had some problems on the road with it, but they played well in the last 2 or 3 weeks overall.
Yep.
Penalty killing, power play, close games, winning a few more, shutout Montreal in Montreal. Mario Tremblay said that was the worst night of his hockey career, period.
Sundstrom to Leach. Leach, Driver, Gretzky, Robitaille, and Sundstrom for the power play. Gretzky moving. Now Driver. Shot blocked by Cunnyworth. Leach toward the net. Saved by Rhodes. Batting at the rebound. Robitaille hustling play. Got it to Sundstrom, who got it to Gretzky. Gretzky to Sundstrom. Back to Gretzky. Robitaille's in front. Here's Leach. To Gretzky off his stick. Robitaille got knocked down. Sundstrom with the puck. Robitaille in front against York. Driver tees it up. The shot blocked. Musil able to clear.
Problems getting the point shots through by the Rangers. I think in the power play now, the 2 power plays, they've had at least 5 shots in the blue line. Only the one has gotten through.
There's Kovalov moving as the Rangers change. Messier and Graves have come on with Kovalov, Leach, and now Karpovtsev. A takeaway by Gardner, and Alfredson comes out with it. He's bumped by Leach, but here comes Bruce Gardner. 20 seconds to go on the Rangers power play. Gardner dumps it back to his defense. Played by Lance Pitlick. And Pitlick fires all the way down. A bouncer. Richter stops it for Karpovtsev. 7 seconds to go on the power play. Outlet to Kovalov. Messier down the right side. Rhodes stops play. Power play is over. Rangers 0 for 2 on the power play.
The backhand pass for Kovalov not connecting, not working. It's usually a good backhand passer. Damian Rhodes played a lot of hockey for this club since coming across to the Ottawa Senators. There you can see he's had some problems in the first period zone. Wow.
Tonight he's been pretty good.
Yeah. 9 for 9 to this point.
Got a chance to play coming over in the 3-way deal involving Ottawa, Toronto, and the Islanders. Hey! Enjoying it. Got the smile.
Oh, look
the
at
first of many, because she'll
beautiful.
love it and she'll be back to see many more.
Absolutely beautiful. Same color of hair that Al Trutwig has. Beautiful. Beautiful. Beautiful.
Karpovtsev's wrist shot is blocked. Yashin bumps with Messier. Deflected out of the zone by Daig. Teams at full strength with 2:25 remaining in the first period and no score. Offside was whistled. Stopping play. Hartford leading Washington 1-0. End of 1. Dallas, the best road team in the NHL, leading Boston 2-1 in the second period in Boston. Islanders and Montreal no score, and Pittsburgh leading Tampa Bay 3-1 first period.
Interesting to see what Montreal does. First game back from a very successful road trip. Dallas playing without Andy Moog, who's got a knee injury, and Roman Turek played goal in Detroit. Got a win. Had 38 saves, was it, Sam? 38 shots or saves. He won 2-1. Oh my goodness, that's you win in Detroit these days. You're doing something.
Kovalov got knocked down by York. York sitting on top. Samuelson moves the puck. Karpovtsev back for it. Under 2 minutes to go, first period. On the Bob Stores intermission report following the first period, Deb Kaufman will be talking with Eric Cairns, playing his second consecutive game. Coaches all felt he played a good game on Thursday night against the Islanders. Mike Crispino standing by at the MSG Sports Desk with an update. And JD and I will have first period highlights. Eric Cairns going back for it. Cairns moves the puck up to Pat Flatley. Lead for Nemchinov is broken up. Nemchinov plays it. Here's Leach just off the bench firing in. 1:10 to go in the first. Flatley goes for the puck, takes a hit. Kept in by Bookeboom, wristed toward the net, a knuckleball that's gloved by Rhodes, and he stops play as he holds on.
We've seen Billy Berg, we've seen Brian Noonan, the Robitaille a bit. They've been the forwards that have taken the body here in the first period. Not only the Rangers have gotten the forechecking that they've wanted to have going. Swedish meatball.
Well, and Olfie could join you, and Daniel Alfredson can join you, and Andreas Dackel could join you.
No.
No, just Nicholas. Huh?
He's single. He's doing all right here in New York. They don't want Olfie, old married guy like that. They want.
Well, how about Alfredson?
Oh, I don't know.
Oh,
I'm not sure about that.
Oh, okay. I got you.
Olfie'd eat them all anyway. Start throwing them around. He'd destroy the house.
Less than a minute to go in the first period of a scoreless game. Takeaway. Sundstrom shoots high off the glass. Berg to the puck. Gretzky's centering pass was knocked down. Berg gets it back to Leach. Wrists it to Berg. Trying to get it through to Gretzky. Gretzky put it in front, was batted away. Leach keeps it in. 35 seconds to go. Takes a hit from Van Allen, who wraps him up and forced it out of the zone. Leach. Good play by Brian Leach.
Hey, I tell you, Musel made a nice block there, Sam. The left defenseman, and the Rangers got close to the net, made a couple of nice passes.
Honeyward hooked around Berg, but gave it up to Leach. 15 seconds in the period. Gretzky stopped by Jason York. Kukobo moves the puck to Berg. Laukkonen clears the zone. That pass across two lines will bring a face-off in the Ottawa zone with 4.6 seconds remaining in the first period. No score in the game. Each team with 11 shots. Rangers have had the only 2 power play chances of the game and failed to connect.
But Ottawa carried the play the first 5 or 6 minutes, and the Rangers have carried the play since. Both goaltenders very strong here in the first period. And Coley Campbell still would like to see a little more body work from his players. When you do that, you get a little more intensity in your game. You also get the crowd involved. The other night against the Islanders, the crowd here was a lot of fun. It was rambunctious in this place.
This is the first of 4 games in 6 nights, 6 games in 10 nights for the Rangers. 3 of those 4 will come at home. Damian Rhodes and Mike Richter, perfect through the first period. Each faced 11 shots. Rangers head off, scoreless end of 1 against the Ottawa Senators. It'll take a lot of patience to this team. Doesn't give you much. Brian Leach had a strong first period. A couple of good rushes, set up a couple of scoring chances. Daniel Alfredsson will be in the All-Star game for the 2nd consecutive year. Last year's NHL Rookie of the Year, checking his skates out. Right now we'll go downstairs to Sal Messina with assistant coach Dick Todd. Red light.
Thanks, Sam. Kind of a slow start, Dick.
Well, they work very hard as a team, and they don't let you have much offense with the way their system works. So it's a difficult game for our team to play. We've got to get in a little sharper with our passing and a little more cohesive as a team.
When you say that, you mean coming out of your end?
Well, yes, they use the trap a lot. And last night against New Jersey, the chances were 5-5 for the teams. So that gives you an indication of how well they play defensively.
Okay, why was so effective on the penalty kill?
Well, they work hard. They make quick changes, and they know they're up against it tonight. Having played last night, they're really disciplined with their changes. They're going about 25 seconds and changing, so they can put a lot of energy into the game.
Okay, thanks, Dick. Sam, all yours.
Thank you, Red Light. And coming up on the Bob Stores Intermission Report, Deb Kaufman with Eric Cairns. No score, end of 1.
Well, the Rangers have been living in front of the Ottawa net, but Damian Rhodes has not given one up. We are scoreless after 1 period here at the Garden, and welcome back to the Bob Stores Intermission Report. Eric Cairns is our visitor, and you got your first assist last night, a beautiful play by Luc Robitaille. Where does that fit now on your list of hockey highlights?
Well, it's definitely up there. I mean, I feel like I'm just lucky enough to be here, but to get a point in this league makes me extra happy.
So you're back up now from the minors. Tell us about this last trip down, and what did you learn, what did you work on, and what is the object when you're down there to get back here?
Well, just basically I went down there, tried to have a good attitude, and I don't know if it showed or not, but I think it did, and I just tried every day to say to myself, I got to do something to get back up there, and tried something and tried hard, and maybe you know, give a little extra effort here and there.
You're a strong but steady player, not really flashy. Is it sometimes hard to get the attention of coaches? Has it always been like that throughout your career, that you're really a steady player, not so flashy in that way?
Well, I don't know. I just try and do my job. I mean, everybody needs a guy like me who just gets the puck out of our end and keeps the puck out of our net and play physical. I mean, that's all I have to do to stay up here.
All right, thank you for the visit. We'll see you next time.
Thank you.
Okay. That's Eric Cairns, the big young defenseman for the Rangers. We'll continue on the Intermission Report with Mike Crispino at the MSG Sports Desk right after this.
Hi, everybody. Mike Crispino at the MSG Sports Desk, and here's what's happening around the NHL tonight. The Islanders are in Montreal at the Molson Center to play the Canadiens. They are scoreless after 1 period. Eric Fichaud, sensational first period with 15 saves. Meanwhile, up in Hartford, the Capitals are visiting. The Whalers are leading 1-0 as the Capitals try for their second 3-game winning streak of this season. Whalers have been skidding of late, lost 8 of their last 11, but they're able to dent the defense of Olaf Kolzig here on a quick slapper from from in the slot by Mark Janssens, the former Ranger, and it's 1-0 Hartford as they play in the first period. At the World Junior Hockey Championships in Geneva, it was Canada winning 2-0 the shutout by Marc Denis. He had 30 saves. 2-0 the final as Canada beats USA for the World Junior Championships. Now this. On our MSG2 service tonight, the Knicks are playing in Atlanta against the Hawks and trailing right now as they are in the second quarter, 32-30. NFL playoffs, the divisional playoffs this afternoon in Denver in the AFC, a major shocker. Jacksonville winning 30-27 over a Bronco team that was unbeaten, 8-0 at Mile High Stadium this year. Jags scored on 6 straight possessions. They were down 12-0 in the game, and they win it 32-27. Meanwhile, at Green Bay, the temperature did not go below 32 degrees. The Packers, though, put the freeze on the 49ers 35-14. Green Bay forcing 5 turnovers. Steve Young of the 49ers had to sit most of the game out with those bruised ribs. Edgar Bennett had 2 touchdowns, ran for 80 yards on 17 carries. And now Green Bay has won 17 straight, 27 of their last 28 played at Lambeau Field. Desmond Howard broke it open with a 71-yard punt return in the opening quarter. He's the leader in the NFL now with 4 on the season. Back to more Rangers hockey after these words on the MSG Network.
Good save. Back at Madison Square Garden, Sam Rosen, John Davidson, and Deb Kaufman. No score. Rangers and Ottawa Senators will be back. Take a look at World Junior Championship highlights right after this. We are back. A look at the first period scoring summary is brought to you by Hertz. For business, for pleasure. Nobody does it exactly like Hertz. No scoring. Each team 11 shots. Rangers 0 for 2 on the power play with 2 shots. Senators did not have a power play chance. Neutral zone turnovers. Rangers 10, Senators 12. Rangers 16 and the Senators 12 as the Senators playing that trap and doing a good job of it. Wayne Gretzky heading out on the ice, and as the teams return to the ice, it's time for our Coke Classic. And it's more than a play, it's lots of plays from the World Junior Finals played in Geneva, Switzerland, the U.S. and Canada, U.S. in blue, Canada in the white. This is Boyd Devereaux stopped by Brian Boucher. Right here, Christian Dubé, the Rangers draft pick, stopped by Boucher. And that is Marc Denis, a draft pick of the Colorado Avalanche. Good game, John.
Yeah, he's had a great tournament. In fact, when you shut out the other team to win the championship, it really tells you something.
That's Jeff Jackson, the U.S. coach right here. Boyd Devereaux, a 6th-round pick of the Edmonton Oilers. The 6th pick overall by the Oilers. Scoring that goal, he's a 1st-round draft pick. That made it 1-0. Denis makes the save here on Michael York of the U.S. And then Canada on this takeaway.
Yeah, there was some controversy there. They think that maybe there should have been a penalty. Quickly turned into a goal.
Brad Isbister scored the goal.
Canada had the 2-0 lead. It was a very physical game, Sam. In fact, I was told by Coley Campbell that maybe the U.S. team outbumped Team Canada, but Team Canada wins for the 5th straight year the World Junior Championship. And you can see how much it means to them. And the lower right here is Christian Dubé, the Ranger prospect, and I think he'll come right back to the Rangers, I would think.
And come back with a lot of confidence because he played well in that tournament.
That's the highest Team USA's ever finished.
Yes.
They had a bronze before. This year it's a silver, and they should be congratulated. And for Canada, they just keep on going. Their junior program, as far as the international program goes, they win, 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 win.
Russia won the bronze. They beat Czech Republic 4-1, and the Rangers had 3 players on the Russian junior team. Morozov, Subbotin, and Vasilyev. And the Devils had a new player up for you to work on, John.
Well, yeah. I heard Chico try to say that name last night. Oh, he played pretty well, that guy. What's his name, Sam?
Vadim.
Who?
Vadim. That's his first name.
Oh.
Sherifyanov.
He had about 14 letters going there.
Gretzky brings it across and shoots wide. Rhodes reaches out, backhands at the boards. Damian Rhodes has given up only 13 goals in his last 7 games and this first period of tonight's game. 4-3 in his last 7. Shot by Bukaboom, deflected way up into the crowd. Did it make it to the luxury box?
I think it
hit the scoreboard.
Yeah, I think it hit maybe the icon and then dropped down into the The old goaltender got it, Sam. That's not funny. Oh, baby. Jeff Boogaboo winds up as the Rangers start with a shift where they get 3 attempted shots, register 1 to get this second period underway. Gretzky had 3 shots in the first period. The Messier line on the ice opposite Yashin did not register a shot. They were going at a pretty good tempo, but never got the finish, the shot on goal that they were looking for.
This is only the Senators' 3rd road game in their last 11 games. They've gotten off to a good start. Playing very well defensively. Playing the type of road game that their coach wants them to play.
The coach wasn't very happy with the length of their shifts last night against New Jersey, especially Yashin. They felt Yashin's shifts were way too long. So they're going, as you heard Dick Todd with Sal Messina, just around 25 seconds a shift and trying to keep their own tempo up.
Yashin ran into Alfredson. Yashin shaking a little bit. Richter makes a save. Shorsky taken out in the corner. Messier fed it to Karpovtsev. Up the boards, Kovalov to Messier. Nice pass. 3-on-1 developing. Messier takes it in deep and scores! A beautiful goal by Mark Messier. And the Rangers take a 1-0 lead.
Oh, baby. What a play. Does he delay to the last moment or what? Graves was on the other side, but there was a defender there, so he took it wide and finally found some room behind Damian Rhodes. Great little touch pass as the Rangers start moving out of the zone. This touch pass by Kovalov right there to Messier. The Senators are changing, and it's a 3-on-1, and Messier from the angle, 1-0 Rangers. What a play this is. Yashin here goes right over top of the defender. That traps a couple of guys. Another winger had gone to the bench, so they were really short-handed. And there you see Messier on the backhand going behind the goaltender, and it's 1-0. What a play.
Mark Messier with a team-leading 23 goals. He has 44 points in this, his 37th game of the season. Continues his terrific play. Noonan, bumped by Gardner. Dackel's shot is stopped by Richter, and Cairns backhands the rebound over the glass into the crowd. Messier's 23rd from Kovalov and Karpovtsev at 123. Beautiful goal by Messier. What a soft touch on the backhand, John, to put it off the post.
Well, he had
to be planned to put it off the post.
He had to make the decision, do I make a pass? And then he knew he couldn't. So then he had a split second to see that he had the goaltender staying out and leaving a little room between the goaltender and the net. And he didn't have much room from that angle to score. It was a very accurate backhand shot.
Alex Kovalov now has 8 points. Make it 9 points in his last 7 games. Has a 4-game point scoring streak.
That was a nice little pass.
6 of his last 7.
He knew enough as he was standing still to give it to Messier, who was in full speed.
Takeaway by Sergei Zholtok. Zholtok with Zent, number 38, and Vial, number 21. Cairns takes over. Gretzky, the driver. And now Shane Churla is met by Jason York. Down low, Laukkanen takes it away for Ottawa. Driver blocked by Daig, and Cairns plays it ahead to Gretzky. Gretzky opens it up to Flatley. The shot, Rhodes got a piece of it. Laukkanen hands it off the boards. Berg gets over for it. Deep to Gretzky. Puts it in front, and Rhodes got the stick on it. Berg working.
Yeah, much better forecheck, better neutral zone play by the Rangers.
Gretzky flipped it on goal, and Rhodes stopped it. 4-man breakout for Ottawa. Shot by York is a save by Richter, and he holds on. 16:43 to go. Second period. Rangers have the first goal. Mark Messier coming back on the ice after giving the Rangers the lead. Mark with points in 6 of his last 7 games. Blanked only in the game against Tampa Bay on New Year's Eve. Daniel Alfredson behind the net. Puts it through. The shot went wide by Jaworski.
Well, that shows you how hard Alfredsson works. The Rangers won the draw, but Alfredsson beat everybody to the puck. Richter now has Samuelson's stick.
Out to the point man. Lance Pitlick. He's checked by Graves, who blocked the shot. Quick pass for Messier. Just a little too far for Kovalov. Back comes Wade Redden. Icing was waved off.
The goalie touched it, Sam. He didn't need to do that. That would have been icing against the Rangers.
Wade Redden. His second pick overall in last year's draft. Here's Yashin. Pass block. Karam's out of the zone. Lead for Cunnyworth. Samuelson checked by Van Allen. Puck pops loose. Graves with Van Allen hanging on his back. Fights off the check, works it to Messier. It's blocked by York. Van Allen with a puck. That shot saved by Richter, and he covers up. And a bump by Karpovtsev sends Cunnyworth flying. And Samuelson's involved.
There's Van Allen with him. I don't know if Marawelli will hand out penalties here or not. The Rangers have yet to be shorthanded in this game, right?
That's correct.
2 power plays for the Rangers in the first period, and that was it. Here's the shot from the blue line by Van Allen. Richter moves out, makes a nice save, and then Karpovtsev here gives Cunnyworth a shot, and he fell right over top of Mike Richter. Again, Van Allen's looking around. Finally puts the puck towards the goal. Now you got to take your men out so they can't get to the rebound, and the Rangers did that, allowing Richter to cover the puck up. So the Ottawa club gets a long floating. For a goaltender, you know, those long floating wrist shots are just a big pain. They're hard to deal with. You don't know if they're going to be deflected. You don't know if it's going to get to you or not.
What's the best way to play him, John?
Just cover as much net as you can and just play the puck as though it's not going to be deflected.
Come out.
Yeah, you come out a little bit. Try to get up near another player that may be there to deflect the puck.
Nemchinov to Bukaboom around to Flatley. Skate of Nemchinov. Leach takes over. Jason York back for it. Almost 5 minutes gone by. Second period. Rangers a 1-0 lead. Mark Messier getting his 23rd goal. He now has 13 points in his last 7 games. Points in 6 of his last 7. Shot went wide by Nemchinov. Berg gets to the puck. Armed on goal. Alfredsson takes it. Nice moves as he weaves up ice. Bukaboom steps up and forced the turnover. Nemchinov hit hard by Laukkanen. And Alfredsson to Duchesne in center.
Go, Sam.
Bukaboom and Lambert. One glove's off. Now both are off.
Yeah, they were going to go. You had to see it happening. Lambert had a hold of Bukaboom's leg, so Bukaboom gave him a big shot with his stick, and they just got up. And he's outsized here. Yeah. Bukaboom now is teeing off.
Lambert's 5'11" and 200, and he's willing, but it's a mismatch there.
It's going against a giant. They were tied up in the neutral zone, and as Bukaboom tried to release, Lambert was holding his leg, so Bukaboom turned around, cross-checked him down, and the referee was letting it all go. There wasn't going to be a penalty called at that point. Finally, they got up, and they went after one, and Lambert was mad because of the cross-check to the back of his head, so he gave Bukaboom a shot, and they both just got at it. Now they're over on the right side. There's the initial collision, and they're going to end up going down right here. Now Lambert's got a hold of Bukaboom's leg. Bukaboom will go to get away. Watch Bukaboom stick now. Boom. He gives Lambert a shot. Now Lambert's mad. He'll give Bukaboom a shot. The referee has not called anything to this point. The play's still going. And then finally, it was almost okay. We dropped 1, 2, 3, 4 gloves. Let's go. Now they really got at it in the neutral zone. Lambert was mad. Bukaboom didn't look like he wanted to fight at first. Neither did Lambert. And finally, they didn't want to have an instigator. So when they got after it, Lambert was equal even, and then Bukaboom's size just took right on over. Bukaboom landed. Whoa, baby.
5 minutes each for fighting to Lambert and Bukaboom at 5:28. No loss of manpower on the ice is Jacques Martin yelling down his bench.
Lambert's shoulder must be all right. Hit into the boards in the first period. Left, was able to make it back, and got after Bukaboom a bit. Tough kid.
Senators' first fight in the last 6 games. They had a few of them in that Montreal game, which ended up with a brawl right at the end.
Montreal was embarrassed on home ice, so they decided to start some scraps at the end of the game, which was not exactly the right thing to do, I don't think. They got beat 6-0 by Ottawa at home. Then they went on the road and did what?
They went undefeated on the road.
5 games, right?
Yep.
Hard to figure, isn't it? They got 8 regulars out.
Really, sometimes we've said this before.
It's a team game. It shows
come
it.
together on the road.
Yeah.
Really pull together.
The Rangers season started to come together on the road with a win in Phoenix and a win in Colorado.
1-0 Rangers. Musil works the puck around to Alfredson. Yashin's pass, a bad one, and Karpovtsev sends it away.
See Ottawa playing the trap here, and they're pretty good at it. You know who's playing the trap is Pittsburgh.
Shot by Chorsky, stick save by Richter. That's strange, isn't it?
They're playing it very well. The young goaltender in the lead, and they're just countering, and they're playing a puck possession game, and Pittsburgh is flying right now.
Newton, Graves, and Messier on for the Rangers. Messier with the puck. As the Rangers cycle, Messier is bumped by Alfredson. Alfredson hits.
He got hit earlier by Messier and went down on the same shift.
Yashin for Lofton, good play by Karpovtsev. Yashin digging along the boards. Gretzky comes back, able to work the puck across, touch pass from Robitaille. Here comes Leach. Moving in on Lance Pitlick. He shoots, glove save by Rhodes, and he holds it.
Brian Leach is exploding. When he's skating with the puck, he's getting quicker. Most players, or not most, but quite a few, when they get the puck, they slow down, they read plays, they try to make the pass. This guy speeds up. He just speeds up. And tonight in particular, when he's gotten the puck, he just carried it right through the neutral zone to try to break the trap. And away he goes. Look at him. Now he picks up speed. Faster and faster and faster. This is a good, accurate wrist shot that Rhodes makes a real nice save on. When you shoot in stride like that, it can fool a goaltender. There's Messier as Alfredson just got into his skating lane, and Mark tried to jump to get out of the road, then went to the bench for a change.
Leach played 9.5 minutes in the first period, had 3 shots on goal. The other night he played 35 minutes and 29 seconds against the Islanders.
2 nights ago. Didn't practice today, obviously.
Saves it. Oh, this is a tough schedule for the Rangers. Here's Gretzky coming out. In front, score! Nicholas Sundstrom off another beautiful feed from Wayne Gretzky. And the Rangers lead 2-0.
Maybe he'll have some of those meatballs. What a pass that was. Quick shot. Maybe we can go over and test him first, Sam.
That's right.
See the puck in behind the net. Gretzky's elusive. He's elusive. He's with Robitaille. It's a 2-on-2 battle. Gretzky's elusive. There he goes. He sees Sundstrom, who's checked. He still finds a way to get the shot. Cunnyworth was on him, but the stick was down. The pass was perfect. The release by Sundstrom was perfect. 2-0 Rangers.
16th goal of the season for Nicholas Sundstrom. Here's Gretzky again. He shoots wide. 40th assist this season for Wayne Gretzky. 16 goals for Nicholas Sundstrom. What a superb year he's having.
1 goal each from the 2 big lines here in the second period have given the Rangers a 2-0 lead. When they're both going, dangerous, dangerous.
Icing whistled on the Rangers. We'll step out for a moment. Rangers have him dancing in the aisles.
And Gretzky and Messier had the Rangers going. Look at Nicholas Sundstrom set the target. Gretzky hits it. Bingo. That's 2 for the Rangers here in the first half of the second period. They lead the Senators 2-0.
Sundstrom is 16th from Gretzky and Driver at 7:06.
Gretzky, training-wise in the offseason, does a lot of that Stairmaster stuff. It works on his legs. And there you can see he used the leg drive to work along the backboards, along with the help from Luc Robitaille. Sundstrom set up and bang. Coley Campbell's complaining with the referee Dan Marawelli over at the Rangers bench. And I don't know if it's about the changes by Ottawa, but the referee has to control changes. In other words, Ottawa changes first, and then the referee puts his hand up, and then the Rangers match, and that's it. And he's got to control that as the referee. That's his job.
Out to the point, Steve Duchesne backhands it ahead. It bounces right in front of Mike Richter and through. Bruce Gardner moves it. Andreas Dackel in the corner is tied up with Eric Cairns. Gardner in front for Dackel. Cairns stayed with him. Dackel again, hit by Cairns. Vial is hit by Driver. Kovalov working against Gardner. Gardner wraparound, saved by Richter, and he's got the puck.
This third line works. Denny Vial now.
Good job.
Tough boy.
Cairns quickly steps in.
Dackel and Gardner, hard-working group of players for the Senators, and they needed some hard work. Their finesse guys haven't done a whole lot. Talking about Yashin in particular to this point. But here's the hard work, and they try to wrap around play, couldn't score.
From the Marriott Marquis Skycam, take a look.
You see the work along the boards. 2-on-2. Now it's 3-on-3. And there's a wraparound try that actually got him behind Mike Richter's goal stick, but he got it with his goal pad. You want to try to stop those with your goal stick. When it gets in behind, it's dangerous, but he did make the saves, and Denny Vial got pushing with some players.
Messier wins the face-off from Yashin. Puck around the boards and out of the zone.
If I was a coach, I'd say, listen, the face-off is in the Rangers zone, it's against Messier. Here's what you do when Messier wins it. Because he wins about 99% of his, no, not 99, I bet you about 85% of his draws defensively. So I want my players jumping, I want this, I want that. He just wins them all. Or a good period, or a good portion of them, pardon me.
Messier and Sundstrom, the goal scorers. Rangers with a 2-0 lead, 11:52 to go second period. Pittsburgh's leading Tampa Bay 4-1 in the second period in Pittsburgh. Montreal ahead of the Islanders 1-0 in the second. Another face-off win. And Samuelson plays the puck.
Is strong against Yashin. And it gets the #1 line for Ottawa without the puck for a good period of time. Every time Messier wins a draw, it takes away from their offense.
Fired around, kept in by Jason York. Samuelson. Karkatsev swings it around for Brian Noonan. Messier, Noonan, and Graves on for the Rangers. Johnny Laukinen plays it off the boards. Alfredson comes back to get it. Chorsky, who drives it on goal. Hard, low shot. Richter, rather Leach, hit by Alfredson. Messier takes the puck away. Open man is Noonan. Senators take it back. Lucille lost it to Messier. Back pass is taken away by Daig, just coming off the bench. 3-on-2 across. Daig looking for Cunningworth. He was tied up. That shot, score!
Nice goal. Now the Rangers made a nice play in their breakout, but when the puck was deep, Messier almost stole, in fact did steal the puck away from Musil in the Ottawa zone, and the Rangers tried an offensive play. It didn't work. Look at Messier jump. Now he creates a turnover, throws it back, but the pass didn't work. Here comes Ottawa. Daig with that speed. 3-on-2. Cunningworth will find the puck as it bounces off everybody, and there's an open net. On the back check, I think it hit Shane Churla on the far side of the ice. He did his job back checking right there. But the puck went right out in front, and it's scored by Cunningworth. Ottawa's back in this thing just that quick.
Good play by Van Allen, the trailer, on the play.
Well, you go to the net without the puck on a 3-on-2, and it worked.
So the Ottawa Senators bounce back. A quick transition, and it's 2-1. Here's Robitaille trying to get out in front. That shot saved by Rhodes. Sundstrom with a chance, and off the right arm of Damian Rhodes. Cunningworth with his fourth from Van Allen and Daig at 9:13.
Cunningworth was the man that lost his check when Sundstrom scored the goal, so he gets one back right away. But to get rid of that mistake,
Leach fires in. Coming down to the midway point of the second period. Sundstrom kept the puck alive. Robitaille is tied up by Duchesne. Gretzky for Sundstrom. Sundstrom against Musil. Sundstrom wins it. Score! Nicklas Sundstrom. What an individual effort.
what a shift. That was a great shift by the Rangers. Sundstrom, Gretzky, and Robitaille. You know, he tried to pass the puck to Gretzky and hit somebody right in. It's his night. The Rangers really worked the boards well. There's Robitaille keeping it in with Gretzky. Puck goes around. Robitaille's there. Pardon me, that was not Robitaille at the back. It was Sundstrom. And Sundstrom here outworks his man, Musil. Goes to pass it to Gretzky, and it slides right on through the goaltender's legs. That was meant to be a pass to Gretzky, but the whole Ranger team will take that, getting one back quick after giving one up.
Second goal of the game for Nicholas Sundstrom, who had gone 5 games without a goal and comes up with 2 tonight. His third 2-goal game of the season, making his fourth 2-goal game of the season. Sundstrom is 17th from Robitaille and Gretzky at 10:08. Gretzky with 2 assists in the game. Started the night tied for the league lead with Joe Sakic with 39. Now has 41. Sakic in action at home against Philadelphia. Colorado playing Philadelphia.
We just passed the midpoint of the second period. Halfway through the game, we've already seen more shots on goal here than what we saw all last night.
That's right.
With Ottawa and New Jersey, what was a real defensive game. I mean, capital D.
That was 1915 for the shots. Karpovtsev moves it 3-1 Rangers with 8:45 to go. Second period. Rhodes stops the puck. Nicholas Sundstrom has not had a hat trick in his NHL career.
He gets a hat trick, he'll have Swedish meatballs flying out of the stand.
Graves centering pass broken up by Musil. Off the glass to Yashin.
By the way, they're pretty good, you know.
Oh, no doubt. Alfredson moving in. We just have to get our share. Make sure there's some leftovers.
Opie Nilsson was pretty good. He'd make him, or his wife would, and I'd eat him. It's great.
Before a game was
No.
pre-game meal. Karpovtsev against Zint. Kovalov for Messier and back. Messier for Kovalov, broken up by Lance Pitlick. Good hit by Pitlick. Roughs up Kovalov. Graves steps in on Pitlick. Meanwhile, play still alive. Well, all the rough stuff, and Dan Marawelli let it all go. Kovalov comes back without the helmet, takes the puck away. Outlets for Robitaille. He was tied up by Pitlick. Driver for Kovalov. Long shift for Alex. Finds Gretzky. Gretzky to Robitaille. They score! How's that for retribution for Kovalov? He stayed on. He got roughed up. He stayed on. And he led them rush down the ice. 4-1 Rangers.
This one, too, takes a funny carom as it beats Damian Rhodes. 4 goals for the Rangers in under 13 minutes. He got shot up high a couple, 3 times. Graves went into Pitlick, and Pitlick said, And then all of a sudden, watch this bullseye pass. Gretzky off the bench. Great pass. And there's a pass across to Robitaille. His shot finds the way in behind the goaltender Rhodes. This is a great pass to Gretzky, right in stride. This is a great pass to Robitaille, and somehow Robitaille finds enough muscle to get the shot that goes off. You see a stick and up over top of the goaltender, Damian Rhodes. Gretzky gets another assist, his 3rd one. Kovalov gets an assist, his 2nd, and Robitaille the goal.
Only once before has Ottawa given up 4 goals in the period. That was in the 3rd period in Pittsburgh.
Take a look at Bruce Driver with a pass, a nice one to Kovalov, and then that pass, man, it was just a laser beam to Gretzky, and there's the shot as the puck went in off of Pitlick's stick. It was Pitlick who was involved with Kovalov earlier on the shift, knocking his helmet off. He's the one that had the puck go off his own stick into his own goal.
Robitaille with his 16th from Gretzky and Kovalov at 12:35. Gretzky has 3 assists in the game. Kovalov has 2 assists, and Luc Robitaille has goals in 2 straight games now.
Now you can see in the first shift of the second period, the Rangers had a lot more urgency to their game, a little more passion, a lot more forecheck, and they played the game that they've wanted to play here in this second period.
Gretzky racing for the puck, gets there against Duchesne. Pass intended for Robitaille, broken up. Lambert lifts it into the Rangers zone. Penalty is, I thought the arm went up as Gardner was taken down by Cairns. It did not.
Well, the linesman's arm.
2-on-1. Gretzky for Sundstrom. Missed the net. Looking for the hat trick. And the Swedish meatballs. Bruce Gardner. Lambert to the puck. 4-1 Rangers. Ottawa Senators had not given up more than 3 goals in a game in their last 9. Had done it once. They gave up 4 in an overtime game against Anaheim. Now they've given up 4 goals in a period.
It's called icing.
Icing on the Rangers.
Cairns had no pass, so he tried to bank the puck slowly off the boards, but it ends up icing. Another setup. Sundstrom just missed this one.
Nicholas Sundstrom, second in the NHL in shooting percentage.
So what does he do here?
26.2.
It's a chance for the hat trick. Beautiful pass from the great one. And that great shooting percentage. Actually, he might have stopped that, Damian Rhodes. That looked like it hit him. I thought he originally had missed the net.
The shooting percent, if it got a piece, if Rhodes got a piece, then the shooting percentage goes down. It's on goals.
That's what I'm talking about.
Okay. But if he missed the net, it doesn't count.
Shooting percentage is even, you know, if he scores on it, it'll go up. That's right. That's what I was getting at.
Nice.
Picky.
Nicholas is shocked at what you're saying
Yes,
about
he
his
is.
shooting.
He's thinking about those meatballs.
2 goals for Nicholas Sundstrom. 3 assists for Wayne Gretzky. Messier on the face-off. And Mark got it all started with a beautiful goal early in the second period. Backhander. Sundstrom has 2. Robitaille has 1. The top 2 lines doing the job. Offside whistle against the Rangers. Churla going at it.
He wants somebody. Who's that?
Vial, yeah. And the linesman stepped in quickly.
Not sure what happened here. Churla wanted to get at Vial right away. And I think only Churla would get the penalty. The slashing call.
Churla goes off. 2 minutes for slashing.
And that is almost, I'm not sure quite why. He had trouble with a pass from Messier, and then the play went offside. So he moves in, Vial with a little tap of the stick, and that's it. Shane gets a little tap back. And it looked like a fight was going to start that didn't. Ottawa gets a power play. They have to find something here to get back into the game.
First minor penalty to the Rangers. First power play of the game for the Ottawa Senators. Churla for slashing at 13:54.
Duchesne is their shooter. The defenseman who started as a free agent with the LA Kings. Developed into a real good offensive defenseman. He's the man who likes to take the shots from the blue line.
Power play 1 for 12 for Ottawa in their last 4 games. In the 4 games prior to that, they were 7 for 14.
They give up a good amount of shorthanded goals.
Dave with speed, centering pass, and that shot was blocked.
Bookable.
Dave, Yashin, Alfredson, Duchesne, and Redden for the power play. Here's Yashin. Leach and Bukaboom, Messier and Graves for the Rangers. Yashin with the puck. Rangers a 4-1 lead, 5:25 to go in the second. Dave with the puck. For Alfredson, Leach reached out and blocked it. Duchesne shot blocked by Bukaboom. Duchesne again off the skate of Messier, and Bukaboom clears.
2 attempted shots by the Senators, both blocked by Jeff Bukaboom.
Steve Duchesne. Honeyworth fires in. Honeyworth, Dackel, Zoltak have come on. Fired around the boards. Yanni Laukkanen keeps it in. No, it's deflected out by Sundstrom. Recovered by Jason York. Sundstrom, Kovalov, Samuelson, and Karpovtsev for the Rangers. Here's Yanni Laukkanen driving it in. Around the boards. Sundstrom hit the linesman with it. In center. Cross comes Andreas Dackel. Set up for Zoltak. Save, rebound, score. Honeyworth with his second of the game.
The Rangers went to fire the puck down the ice. It ended up hitting the linesman. It stayed in the neutral zone. The puck did. And then the Senators made a nice pass across by Zoltak, and he went to the net, got a pass back, and a big shot, great save, and then there was a rebound sitting right there. Here's the clear out, hits the linesman. Kovalov tries to get to the puck, but can't. Now this second pass, or this pass right there, is a beauty by Zoltak. Then he's let go as he cuts in, big shot, save, rebound. I think it was Kovalov who was with Zoltak and let him go, couldn't get to him. And then this pass here goes to Zoltak as Kovalov didn't get to him. Big shot. It was a wonderful save by Richter. And Cunneyworth's been right there without the puck twice to score goals in this game. So Cunneyworth gets his second. And after a questionable penalty by Churla, the Ottawa comes back in this thing.
4-2. Rangers lead it. Senators score on their first power play chance. The puck deflected off Berg into the Ottawa bench. Lambert took a shot, gave a shot. They'll get together. Berg and Lambert. And things settling down. Berg still talking to Lambert, is talking to the linesman. 4-2, Rangers leading it. Long-time hard-working player Randy Cunneyworth picks up his second goal of the game.
He had 36 points last year, which was a 7-year high. Good shot by Zoltak, and you can see the rebound went right to Cunneyworth. Ottawa's back in it, trailing by 2, 4-2.
Lucille took that last shot that Richter batted into the corner. Flatley working along the boards. Senators away with it. Gardner with a shot, a save by Richter. He made a second save. Gardner takes a hit from Flatley. Flatley pulls him down and takes a penalty.
It's a hard-working line again. Ottawa pinching a little bit with their D. Musel, some hard work. Chorsky was put on this line. Lambert and Gardner. Gardner in particular, they just worked, and all of a sudden, this Ottawa club gets another power play. They trail 4-2. We've seen 6 goals scored here in the second period, and Ottawa's hoping to make it 7. See there, the big kid Cairns loses his stride. The shot on goal by Gardner was a great save, and then as Gardner went after the puck here, you'll see Flatley work him on the boards. Gardner just keeps going, and you can see the feet pulled right out. Gardner had a good hard-working shift. Number 25, real good hard-working shift, and he finally draws his club a power play.
Flatley for tripping at 16:03, second power play for the Senators. The last 8 times the Rangers have been shorthanded over the last 3 games, they've given up 4 power play goals. So they need a big penalty kill here.
17-9 the shots in favor of Ottawa here in the second period.
17, that's more than it's almost as many as they got in the entire game last night, John. Around the boards, Day through to Redden, puts it in front, it's blocked. Leach, Bukaboom, Graves, Messier for the Rangers. Yashin, Dig, Alfredson, Redden, and Duchesne for Ottawa. Pass blocked by Bukaboom.
They had Alfredson wide open.
Take away by Alfredson. Duchesne to Redden. Back to Steve Duchesne. Wrist shot blocked in front. Saved by Richter with Dig right in front.
That's what you do on those wrist shots from the blue line. Duchesne with a wrist shot. With Dake standing in front, if Richter stays back inside his goal crease, it's an easy deflection and a hard save. What Richter does is get right up as close as he can to the Ottawa Senator player trying the deflection. And that's Richter's read. That's a good job by him. Alfredson back to the point. Now stop it there. You can see Richter with his left hand reaching out, seeing where Dake is, just to have a feel for where he is. Here comes the wrist shot. Through traffic, you'll see it in a second here. Richter sees Daig, now he moves out again, and Daig's so close to Richter because of Richter's aggressiveness, just deflects the puck into the goalie's body.
The scoring on the Ottawa second goal was Cunneyworth from Zoltak and Dackel at 15:27. That was a power play goal. Senators on their second power play of the game. Cunneyworth comes all the way back to Jason York, deep for Cunneyworth, puts it in front. Kovalov's got it, backhands it out of the zone. Senators move in with 45 seconds to go. Zoltak. 45, make it 40 seconds left in the power play. York shot went off the skin, Karpatsev. Zoltak gets it back to York for a drive, save, rebound, Zoltak stopped at the line.
A great shot from the point by York. A great save by Richter, and then Zoltak, who knows where to go. He skated the puck into the zone and split the seams. You got the forward penalty killers, the defenseman penalty killers. He was right in between them, and he was able to dart through. And then now the puck after that goes to York. Look at the second save. Zoltak thought he had an open net goal. I'm convinced he just thought, put it in the open side. Richter fooled him. What a save by Mike Richter. There's Zoltak. He had gained the zone, did a great job with it, and then he comes over, and you'll find him get open here as you see the shot. There's Zoltak. Man, what a save that is. Classic. Beautiful save by Richter.
31 seconds to go on the power play. As the Senators control the faceoff, a good win by Yashin. Yashin's got it. His shot just wide. Missed the far post. Goes all the way out of the zone.
Yashin's a pretty good wrist shot guy.
4-2 Rangers, and the Senators pressing to get within one. Messier with a good takeaway to Graves. His shot deflected by Redden. Daniel Alfredson. 5 seconds to go on the Flatley penalty. Graves got a piece of that pass. Redden with Gretzky on him. Team's back at full strength. Good penalty kill for the Rangers with a couple of big saves by Mike Richter. Shots are 31-20 in favor of the Senators. Rangers lead 4-2. Yashin with Flatley hounding him. Turned it over to Robitaille. Flatley against Duchesne. For Robitaille, comes through to Bukaboom. He's got room. He shoots wide. All the way around. Leach kept it in. Good play. There's that great hand-eye coordination by Leach. Gretzky through the crease. Score! Luke Robitaille.
What a play by Brian Leach.
Leach kept it in. Gretzky gets his 4th assist, and the Rangers have a 5-2 lead. Wow.
You know, Jeff Bukaboom took the shot, but the puck was on edge, and it was shot wide, and Leach backing out. You'll see right here, the puck get put back towards Bukaboom. Goes right through Robitaille, right here. The puck's sitting on edge when Bukaboom shoots it wide. Now look at Leach keep it in. Skating backwards. Kept it in. Now you'll see that Flatley will get an assist because he gave it to Gretzky. And Robitaille takes his time. Stops the puck, settles the puck down, puts it up high. And the Rangers have the 3-goal lead back after the penalty kill.
Most goals the Senators have given up in a period this season. Rangers take a 5-2 lead. Bruce Gardner with speed, knocked down by Bruce Driver. Lambert to Gardner, blocked. Lambert to Gardner again. Cairns picks him up. Rides him into the boards. Robitaille with his 2nd of the game and 17th of the season. From Gretzky and Flatley at 18:35. Leach made a great play. Does not get an assist for it. Wayne Gretzky has 4 assists in the game. All the way through to Gretzky. Rangers lead 5-2.
Gretzky has 4 assists in a period.
Wow. Robitaille gets to the puck. Around to Gretzky. Out in front he comes. Backhander is a save by Rhodes, and he holds it.
You think about Sundstrom, that one chance he had the 2-on-1. Gretzky might have had 5 assists in this period. Pretty neat stuff.
Man, oh man.
Gretzky and Messier having a big one here. 57th 4-assist game. Oh, baby. And Mario Lemieux's having a pretty good night. He's got points on 2 goals that I know of.
Goal and an assist as Pittsburgh leads 4-2.
Big night for the great one. Point-wise, the Rangers have a 5-2 lead. We've had 7 goals scored here in this second period. 32.9 seconds to go.
Wayne had only 1 assist in his last 5 games, and he has 4 tonight. The 4 points give him 59. Yager with 1 point tonight has 61, and Lemieux with 2 points has 64.
How about Yager with the goal scoring? 34 going into tonight's
He
action.
is fabulous. Messier won the faceoff. Bukaboom moves it. Leach. No, just out of the zone offside.
Not quite that quick.
On the Bob Stores Intermission Report, following the second period, Deb Kaufman will be talking with Daniel Alfredson of the Ottawa Senators, their best player and all-star. And then Mike Crispino with scores and an update at the MSG Sports Desk.
There's that rolling puck that Bukaboom shot wide, and how Leach kept it in, backing up, it's hard to imagine. Flatley with a good pass, and then you'll see the great pass right here. Man, how does he do that? Right on the Robitaille's stick, and Robitaille had to finish, which he did nicely, and it's 5-2 Rangers with just over 10 seconds to go in the second.
The defensive-minded Ottawa Senators have had breakdowns. Maybe a little fatigue, who knows, but certainly they've had some breakdowns. The Rangers have forced them, scored 5 goals, and take a 5-2 lead into the locker room and get a standing ovation for their second period efforts. Wayne Gretzky with 4 assists in the game, giving him 43 on the season.
Just another team that doesn't quite know what to do when Gretzky gets the puck in behind the goal. I mean, he's moving, he's been strong, he's been quick in behind the goal, and the Rangers are finishing in front. They're strong on their own sticks getting the shots.
Messier lit the fire. He got it started early in the period. The team picked it up from there. Rangers grabbed the lead. When Ottawa came back at them, the Rangers responded. And they head to the locker room with a big 5-2 lead. Luc Robitaille with a 2-goal game. And he's got to be feeling good about that. 2 for Robitaille, 2 for Sundstrom, and 1 for Messier in a 5-goal second period for the Rangers. Downstairs to Sal Messina with Senators assistant coach Perry Pern. Sal.
Thanks, Sam. Perry, too much Gretzky.
Well, he played very well that period and certainly picked us apart in our end of the rink.
You guys worked hard. You have to be satisfied with that.
Well, we have been working hard, but you got to get some results to go with that work too. I think that we worked real hard in the neutral zone, the offensive zone, maybe not as smart in our own end that period.
Okay, thanks, Perry.
Thanks,
Sam. Up to you, babe.
Thanks. Red light. And at the end of 2, Rangers have a 5-2 lead. Coming up next, Deb Kaufman with Daniel Alfredson.
7 goals scored in that second period, and 5 of them belong to the New York Rangers. They are leading 5-2. Deb Kaufman back with the Bob Stores Intermission Report, and Daniel Alfredson from Ottawa is our guest. And boy, Gretzky, Robitaille, and Sundstrom were very busy in that period. What about your Swedish counterpart on the other team, Nicholas Sundstrom?
Well, I know before he was a great defensive player, and this year he certainly showed that he got a lot of offensive skills too, playing with Gretzky and Robitaille, and you can just tell he's a great, outstanding two-way player.
Now you're going to your second All-Star game. Tell us the story when you were voted to your first one, what you did with the bonus money, and what are you going to do with it this year?
Well, last year, the first thing that came to mind was to invite my parents over, because they're the one who supported me all my career, and without them I wouldn't be here. So it was a great thrill having them with me, and this year I haven't decided yet. It's probably going to be tough for them to come over, but we'll come up with something.
It's all the way in California this time. Now, this you're a young player, obviously, playing with Ottawa, a franchise that hasn't really turned the corner yet. Do you worry that if you stay in Ottawa a long time, it's going to be a while before you have a chance to contend for a Stanley Cup?
No, not at all. I think we developed a lot this season, and we're going to get better and better. And in 2 years, at least, we're going to be in the playoffs for sure. And we're going to have a strong team pretty soon. And I would love to stay for here in Ottawa for sure.
Okay. One last question. Boy, they really came at you in that last period. Now, how do you regroup, giving up the 5 goals, and how do you regroup for the third period now?
Well, it's tough. We had some momentum going. We got a lot of shots. We just couldn't get the puck past Richter, and he made some outstanding saves. And when you got Gretzky and those guys on ice, always anything can happen. And we just got to go out there and try to score another goal and get the momentum going.
All right. Thank you, Daniel. Enjoy the All-Star game no matter who you bring.
Okay.
All right. Daniel Alfredson, our guest here on the Intermission Report. We'll check in with Mike Crispino at the MSG Sports Desk right after this.
Now more of the Bob Stores Intermission Report. Mike Crispino here at the MSG Sports Desk. To the NFL and the divisional playoffs this weekend. Jacksonville went to Denver, almost a 2-touchdown underdog, and they knock off the Broncos 30-27. Denver was 13-3 on the year, 8-0 at Mile High, and Jimmy Smith caught that pass from Mark Brunell in the fourth quarter to give the Jags a 30-20 lead. And even John Elway couldn't come back from that. They had used up all their timeouts prior to the McCaffrey touchdown catch to make it 30-27, so they had to go to the onside kick. It was not a good one from Jason Elam. Lachey Maston recovered. They've won 7 in a row. Have the Jaguars. They're 11-7. It's the longest winning streak in the AFC. Meanwhile, in the NFC, the 49ers are sent home abruptly, 35-14 at Green Bay. Temperatures above 32, but rain all day, a sloppy field. Desmond Howard took the punt. 2 minutes into the game, and 71 yards later, Green Bay had a 7-0 lead. He later returned 146 yards to set up another touchdown. Green Bay was never headed. They turned it over 5 times against the 49ers offense, and the leap of faith into the faithful at Green Bay for Desmond Howard. One other NFL note, the videotape confiscated by Dallas police from Eric Williams' apartment did not show Michael Irvin having sex with a woman who was charging them with a sexual assault, so Irvin looks like he'll get off. We'll be back with more after this. Now to the NHL. The Islanders are at the Molson Center in Montreal tonight, and they are trailing 1-0. Second intermission. Stéphane Richer in the second period snapped the scoreless tie, beating Eric Fichaud, cruising in, taking the pass from Sebastian Bordelot, and just tipping it home for his 13th of the season. Meanwhile, the Knicks are in Atlanta on our MSG2 service, and they are trailing 69-51 in the fourth quarter. They had been down by as many as 17 in the third, now down 18. Buck Williams has been ejected. We'll go back to Sam and JD. More Rangers hockey here on MSG after these words.
Sam Rosen, John Davidson, and Deb Kaufman back at Madison Square Garden on the Bob Stores Intermission Report. We'll take a look at second period highlights. And Wayne Gretzky stole the show with a 4-assist period.
Yeah, it did all kinds of different things. Here he's working the backboards, and he's showing some good leg strength. Robitaille battles to try and get open. And you can see the pass is not to Robitaille, it's to Sundstrom, and Gretzky gets an assist. There's Sundstrom playing the boards nicely, keeping the play alive. Right around to Robitaille. They really worked the backboards nicely, this line did, all along the boards, taking hits, making plays. Sundstrom shows some great effort. Here he tries to feed Gretzky instead. It ricochets off Duchesne in through the goaltender. Kovalov with a long shift hits Gretzky coming off the bench. Great pass across to Robitaille. That goes off. Pitlick's stick, the defenseman. The Rangers get another assist for Gretzky.
Let's see one more.
Wow, look at Leach keep the puck in the zone. I don't know how he did that. Gretzky gets the puck from Flatley. Just look at the pass. I mean, it's between the stick and the goalie, right on the stick plate of Robitaille. Robitaille just smiles. What a great play.
And with Ottawa pressing, Richter comes up.
Ottawa was on a power play, Sam, and Zoltak, and the score was 4-2 at the time. Zoltak goes to the net. He's open. He finds the rebound. Look at Richter. That was a save of the game for the Rangers, I think. It may have been 4-3 right there. Instead, as Zoltak looks up and can't believe it, it's still 4-2. The Rangers killed it off. They got another goal to make it 5-2. That was a big turning point with Richter making a save.
Rangers with the big lead into the third period. Back with all the action right after this. We are back. A look at the second period scoring summary. Mark Messier got it started at 1:23 with his 23rd, a beautiful backhand goal. Sundstrom at 7:06. It was 2-0. Conneyworth brought Ottawa back at 2-1 at 9:13. But right after that, just 55 seconds later, Sundstrom's second of the game made it 3-1. Rangers made it 4-1 on Robitaille's 16th at 12:35. Conneyworth power play goal, it was 4-2. After Ottawa failed on the power play, Robitaille's second of the game, 17th at 18:35. 4 assists for Wayne Gretzky. Rangers were outshot 19-12 in the second period, but scored 5 goals to 2 for Ottawa. 30-23 for Ottawa in shots. Senators 1 for 2 on the power play. Rangers 0 for 2. And Ron Tugnut has replaced Damian Rhodes in goal for the Ottawa Senators. His first appearance since a 4-3 overtime loss December 30th at home against Anaheim. He is 2-5-0 on the season. The other day I got a letter from a fan in the Bronx, John, Linda Perlman, who criticized me for fawning over Wayne Gretzky.
Yeah?
Pardon me, Linda, if I fawn. He stole the show in the second period.
That was something else. Guys, again, what I've seen with Gretzky and Messier this year, you've got 2 of the greatest players ever to play the game. Back, reunited, not jealous of one another, enjoy playing on the same team together. And one night it's Mark, one night it's Wayne. And people in the East here have never had the opportunity to see Gretzky's passing abilities night after night. And everywhere we go, people in the East here are saying, man, that's really something. It really is. You don't realize it until you see it live. And to see Wayne Gretzky at this level, this late in his career, it's pretty special. Again, I just say sit back and enjoy watching.
Senators work the puck out of the zone. Lambert, number 42, after it against Sundstrom. Sundstrom takes it back.
You know, Sam, if some of the players would have been used to his type of passing earlier in the season, he'd have another 15 or 20 points in the standings. Scoring race.
On the boards, Alfredson moves it, but it was taken away. Sundstrom does a good job in the neutral zone. Alfredson brings it across now for Ottawa. Leads to Shane deep.
It was only 3 pages, that letter, Sam. I don't know if that would be termed a criticism type thing.
She tore me up.
Oh, baby.
Backhander by Alfredson was blocked and cleared out of the zone. But quite honestly, it's a joy watching Wayne Gretzky work.
It's a joy watching Leach. It's a joy watching Richter and Messier and Karpovtsev the way he's improved. Right now, it's fun watching the Rangers the way they've played in the last 6 weeks or whatever it is.
Kovalov with the puck.
Wasn't much fun early when they weren't doing very well. But
Kovalov's put up 10 points in the last 7 games. Good numbers. He breaks in. He shoots. Saved by Tugnut.
Play by Messier to not touch the puck.
Samuelson's pass deflected. Here's Alexander Daig. Karpovtsev there to check him. Daig, quick shot. Karpovtsev got the stick on it. Up into the crowd it goes.
Well-timed deflection by Karpovtsev. You know, Messier a moment ago, the puck was in the air, touched by a high stick with the Senators. Messier could have touched the puck. Instead, he just skated by it and let Kovalov take it and find open ice. And the Kovalov went in for the shot. Here comes Messier. There's the puck. He lets it go. Now Kovalov just jumps in. The defenseman was standing flat-footed. And you see Kovalov thought pass, but that lane was blocked, so he took the shot. Look at Messier just skate by. He read the play without touching the puck. Kovalov thought pass. You can see that passing lane was gone. And Tugnut, replacing Damian Rhodes, makes a nice save on the play with a 2-on-1 facing him. The other thing, too, when Karpovtsev deflected the shot, the goalie, at least when I used to play, you know, you go up and say, nice play. The guy, Daig, was about to take the wrist shot. Karpovtsev didn't do anything but just the last second deflected the puck into the stands. It's a real art to be able to do that. A real art. And that was a nice play.
Penalty upcoming on the Rangers. Out to Laukkanen. Laukkanen gets it back. Now to Tom Chorsky for the shot blocked by Flatley. Laukkanen fakes, sets up Chorsky on the other side. Saved by Richter. They've gone off his glove and off his mask. Schultak along the boards. The late penalty on the Rangers. Pass deflected. Leach intercepts, and the whistle stops play.
You know, Ottawa went to the net after the faceoff, and there's a tripping call going against the Rangers. Bukaboom looks like he's skating off the effects of blocking a shot. The second minor that Patrick Flatley has taken for tripping in this game. 5-2 with 17:46 to go in the third in favor of the Rangers, and Ottawa just about needs this power play.
You saw the look on Coley Campbell's face. He doesn't want to give Ottawa any chance of getting back into the game.
Here's a shot by Chorsky, and a good block here by Patrick Flatley. Ottawa kept control of the puck, and here's a shot here that I think hit Richter's glove and mask. Bukaboom got tripped on the play there. Make that Nemchinov got tripped. But there was already a delayed call against the Rangers. And finally the whistle. Take a look and see exactly what Flatley did. He's got his stick there again. Yeah, he lost his own balance and got his feet crossed. And then reaching out, pulled down the Ottawa player.
Third power play for the Senators. They're 1 for 2 with 5 shots on goal on the power play. Dackel, Cunnyworth, Schultak, Duchesne, and Laukkanen out in front. And it's taken by Graves, moves it to Messier. Messier carries in, Duchesne is there. Senators take it back. Duchesne for Dackel. Graves checked him, and here comes Randy Cunnyworth, who has the power play goal for Ottawa. Cunnyworth has both Ottawa goals in this game. Graves working along the boards against Schultak. Schultak, number 16, lost it. Bukaboom clears. Boston has defeated Dallas in Boston 3-2. Washington and Hartford tied 1-1 in the third in Hartford. Rangers will be in Washington Thursday night.
Washington defensive play starting to get strong for them once again.
Caps have won 2 in a row. They will not play until they meet the Rangers Thursday night.
Is Ole the goalie their goalie now?
Well, he won last night with a shutout at home over Phoenix. Rangers trying to clear. They do all the way down. 40 seconds remaining in the power play. For Ottawa, Wade Redden with the puck. Lead to Alfredson off his stick. Bukaboom Poked by him by Alfredson. They go into the corner. In comes Yashin. Alfredson away with the puck. Now it's Yashin. Day goes in front. Redden to Jason York. Alfredson against Leach. Daig in the corner. Leach took it away. And Bill Berg able to clear all the way down.
Yashin with a quiet game here,
Yes.
Sam. Some guys were telling me that they feel that Yashin was a little bit, not really unhappy, but it bothered him somewhat that he was not named to the All-Star game at all. And you know, right now he's got to elevate his game to another level. Right now, Alfredson is the player for the team. It's the #1 guy, and Yashin is the star as of a year or two past. He's making a lot of money. He's got a great skill level. Good friend of Alexei Kovalov. He's a good kid, but he's got to now at this point in his career become even better. He's got to. I mean, he can go through a game here and play at the same level, but he's got to find a way to get his level notched up, like you see a Leach do, or a Gretzky do, or a Messier do. Just get it up for another level and prove that you are the best.
Duchesne with the puck. Final seconds of the power play for Ottawa. 5-2 Rangers leading it. Flatley is back. Senators 1 for 3 on the power play. Bruce Gardner. Pass across, tipped. Kept in by Duchesne. Move across. The shot by Gardner goes wide. Around the boards and out of the zone. 4.5 minutes gone by. Third period. Rangers with a 5-2 lead. Duchesne lifts it. Driver. The skates of Gretzky. Gretzky hounded by Cunnyworth. Turned over by Daig. He breaks through. Great speed. Shot wide. No penalty call. Saved by Richter. Daig looking for a penalty. Nothing called by Dan Maruelli.
Hey, from here, it looked like it was a pretty good hook into Daig. I was even thinking penalty shot.
Cairns checks Daig. He had one in the game against Boston and failed on it.
No, I'm just guessing from up here. I mean, we'll probably get a look on a replay.
Game against Anaheim, excuse me, in which Ottawa lost 4-3 in overtime. He had the penalty shot in the third period. York has the puck. Philadelphia Flyers unbeaten in their last 15 are trailing in Colorado 3-1. Yashin checked by Samuelson. Yashin in the corner. Samuelson checks him again. Now Alfredson takes over. Karpovtsev after him. Ran into his own man. Brian Noonan. Shot by Redden, blocked. Redden again. Now it's Alfredson. Out to Lance Pitlick. His shot is a save.
Oh, Samuelson's not letting Yashin get anywhere.
Wow. Dangerous moment for the Rangers when Noonan and Karpovtsev collided.
First thing I thought of was Lindros and Coffey. Coffey had a very serious concussion after those two collided in Vancouver.
Lambert coughed up the puck. Lance Pitlick able to bring it out for Ottawa. Rangers 17-1-1 when they take the lead into the third period. Puck kept in on the line by Musil. Leach checked by Bruce Gardner. Gardner throws it in front. Lambert was taken down on the play, and then Chinoff takes over. Chinoff flips it clear. Musil back for the puck. Now Bruce Gardner across with a long shot that's wide. All the way around out of the zone. Daig plays it across to Duchesne. Messier. To be an icing on the Rangers. Whistle stops play. 12:57 to go in the third. Rangers a 5-2 lead. Alexander Daig on the break.
You know, Cunnyworth does a good job on Gretzky here. Daig had come off the bench and just took off. Is this a hook? Yeah, it's a hook. Absolutely. Sure. Might even have been a penalty shot. And then Yashin and Samuelson. Samuelson is giving Yashin no room. He has constantly kept his body between Yashin and the goal net. They have really worked over one another. A shot to the face. Samuelson goes right over here and picks him off. And this is 15 feet away from where the puck is. But it's allowed to be allowed to happen, so why not do it, I guess, is the message.
Here's Kovalov, 2-on-1 with Messier. Kovalov scores! Oh, the Rangers are having a night. It's 6-2.
Aaron Graves on the puck. As Laukkanen got knocked down, you see York play the pass. So all of a sudden it's a shot, and Tugnut, the goaltender, faces the 2-on-1. This time you see the shot goes right through him by Kovalov, and Messier's there to meet his line mate to congratulate him. 6-2 Rangers. The Messier line gets their second of the game.
3-point game for Kovalov. 3-point game for Robitaille. 4-point game for Gretzky. Big game for the Rangers, who lead 6-2.
Now those two lines have been really something here.
Rangers looking for their 6th straight home ice win. Sundstrom, who has 2 in the game. Kovalov with his 12th from Graves at 7:17. And a whistle for an icing on the Ottawa Senators. Stops play. 12:14 to go in the third. And there's a break in the action. 4-game point scoring streak for Alex Kovalov.
There you can see Kovalov with a bump to create the turnover. I didn't realize that at first. And then Graves fed Kovalov, who had Messier, took the shot, and there's a rebound. Mark was there. It was a good goal. Kovalov with it. He forced the turnover. Nice play, and then a good headman pass of the puck by Adam Graves.
Gretzky, Robitaille, and Sundstrom on. Alex Kovalov now with 11 points in his last 7 games. Set up for Sundstrom. It's off his stick. Robitaille is stopped by Tugnut as he was looking for a hat trick.
And Gretzky working both his wingers, trying to find someone. The hat trick for the evening. Robitaille had the backhand shot. Sundstrom ended up with the forehand chance here. I thought he'd shoot it right away. Right now, shoot it. But he had a little trouble controlling the pass. Robitaille's had a quick stick in this game. A strong stick down on the ice. He found a way to get a shot there. That didn't score.
Gretzky against Gardner. Gardner wins the draw, but back on goal. Tugnut pushes it behind the net. Musil moves it around the boards. Kept in by Cairns. Robitaille to Gretzky. Robitaille cuts in. Pass off the stick of Tugnut. Moved up the boards by Musil, but Cairns keeps it in again. Shane moves it around the boards. Driver's there. Moved around by Gardner. Shorsky tied up with Cairns. Robitaille. Fans loving it here at Madison Square Garden. Gretzky, open man is Robitaille, but they couldn't get the puck to him. Driver keeps it in. Robitaille to the puck to Gretzky. Gretzky comes out. Taken away. Good play by Tom Shorsky. Shorsky puts it in the Rangers zone. 11:10 to go. Third period. Rangers 6. Senators 2. Scholtar plays it in. Now Bruce Driver. Colorado Avalanche here Monday night. Tampa Bay Lightning here Wednesday night. Then the Rangers go to Washington Thursday night in a busy week. Dennis Vial deflected off of Samuelson. A good redirection and a quick kick save by Richter. Samuelson with a hard hit on Vial. They rough each other up a little bit. They're still going at it as the puck moves down the ice. Jason York trying to get away from Nemchinov. Puck cleared out of the zone. Samuelson goes back to retrieve it. Montreal leading the Islanders 1-0. That's in the third period in Montreal. And a whistle for an icing on the Rangers. Stops play with 10:15 to go in the third period.
It's been a game where Wayne Gretzky's had success from in behind the Ottawa goal net. During the last few days, Ottawa has had Phil Muir, their goaltending coach and scout, in town to work on Damian Rhodes with pucks coming from behind the net, using his goal stick, blocking the pucks. One of his areas of his game they're working on. And tonight you can see that Wayne Gretzky had a lot of success in that area. Goaltenders can find drills in practice where they have to work on those types of plays, passes from behind, moving from post to post, using the goal stick as much as possible. And for Damian, not the first goaltender has been burned from behind there by that guy.
No. 74th game in his career in which Wayne Gretzky has had at least 4 assists in a game. And it's nights. Here's a look at the Delta Airlines upcoming schedule. Monday, Wednesday at home, Colorado and Tampa Bay, at Washington. Then before the All-Star break, Sunday and Monday, the Devils and the Islanders at Madison Square Garden, back-to-back nights, 8 o'clock Sunday night start. FCS Cannon game night precedes all games.
That game on the 13th with the Islanders, the Rangers will wear for the first time their third jersey.
That's right.
It's going to be another jersey that I haven't seen, but I've heard some pretty good things about it.
Churla brings it out of the zone as he took it away from Lance Pitlick. Played by Sean Van Allen, kept in by Leach. Leach feeds it to Nemchinov, and it hit the post. It hit the post, did not go in.
I think it hit the glove of the goaltender and then the goal post. And for Sergei, it was a nice set of plays. You know, in the neutral zone, Churla slowed things down and then drew people to him and then banked the puck off the boards up ice to allow the Rangers to continue their flow. And then once it got up ice, you can see Churla moving in here, helping to try and force the turnover. And who else? Ryan Leach with the pass. Now, I think this puck hit the glove and then the post. Yeah. And then before Churla could score, the goaltender got a hold of it. Those diagonal plays where you try to go up ice just kill you every time. And Leach was there to pick it off. Good hard shot, and Churla very close to scoring.
Leach is just fabulous in keeping the puck in the zone, whether it's along the boards. He just picks the puck out of midair.
When the Rangers are on a power play, he can keep it in a lot. Gordon Murphy plays in Florida for the Panthers. He too, an exceptional defenseman in keeping the puck in at the offensive blue line.
9:35 to go, third period. Rangers holding a 6-2 lead. Pittsburgh's leading Tampa Bay 6-2 in the third in Pittsburgh. And Hartford and Washington have gone to overtime, tied 1-1. Leach leads Graves. After Nemchinov took that shot, he immediately went to Leach and said, nice pass. Tugnut gloves that flip shot by Leach and stops play. Remember, when you're having good times with good friends, drink responsibly, because friends know when to say when. A reminder from your friends at Budweiser. Nemchinov coming close on that shot that went off the glove of Ron Tugnut.
Should mention again that the World Junior Championships just completed. And we'll take a look again at the Leach to Nemchinov shot. Good snapshot here through a screen. Oof, off the inside of the post after the glove. Team Russia gets the bronze medal, beating the Czech Republic. Team USA gets the silver. That's their highest ever. And I understand they played very well. They outshot Canada today, but Canada's goaltending, Marc Denis, the Colorado Avalanche prospect, that's the reason they traded Thibault and Facet, because they knew that this kid was coming up, and along with having Patrick Waugh. Marc Denis backstopped Canada 2-0 win today over Team USA to win for the 5th straight year.
And the young man who played goal for the U.S. team, a Philadelphia Flyers draft pick, Brian Boucher, played very well.
The Canadians that play on the New York Rangers today were saying, he's a Canadian goaltender, but it's Boucher. If it was a U.S. goaltender, it would be Boucher or Boucher. It'd be Boucher, not Boucher. So they're all kidding one another. Not away letters, folks. They're just kidding one another in the locker room today, making their nominal bets as to who's going to win the game. Team USA's hockey is coming a long way. You know, last season, the World Juniors were held in the Massachusetts area. Team USA, no good. This is a heck of a comeback year for them.
Icing is whistled, 8:17 to go, and the Rangers with a big lead. Neil Smith I get a little bored with the game here and started flipping channels on the TV.
What's during a commercial?
Oh, I see. Okay. The sponsors won't like that.
Well, he was checking out the Knicks playing.
Yeah,
the Knicks post-game shows on.
Oh, okay. Rockford avoids the hit of Vial and clears the zone.
Now he's finished clicking channels. I think he's back watching now, Sam.
All right.
Talking about Neil.
And Chinov's pass taken away by Pitlick. Just under 8 minutes to go in the third. Vial moves in. Pass tipped across. And Chinov gets to it. Pitlick chasing back. Offside whistle against the Rangers. 7:42 to go.
Neil, you listening? You listening, Neil? Be careful, Sam. He only got a 3-page letter criticizing him. He's a little sensitive, isn't he, Neil?
Well, a good night for the Rangers, who came alive after first period in which the Ottawa Senators had some good chances, played their defensive game. The Rangers busted loose in the second period. Wayne Gretzky now has had 215 games in which he scored 4 points or more in his career, and 74 games in which he's had 4 assists or more. That's a pretty nice career. Duchesne, deep, back pass. Cunningworth shot tipped just wide. Cunningworth has the 2 Ottawa Senators goals. Daig behind the net. Daig knocked down by Bukaboom, who takes the puck away and fires it out. Lucille back for the puck. Now Cunningworth. Cunningworth gets the shot off. Richter the save.
Cunningworth has worked hard.
Yes, he has.
For the Ottawa Senators in this game. 2 goals. I think Alfredson will probably be the next captain after Cunningworth when time expires regarding his career in Ottawa. And that could be this year, next year, 2 years, who knows. Alfredson may be the next guy.
Mark Messier will appear in his 13th All-Star game in a couple of weeks in San Jose. Wayne Gretzky in his 16th. Will be there, and unfortunately Mike Richter will not end. Vial hit Messier, and he gets challenged.
Well, Vial was going to get a penalty. I mean, he went after Messier. Graves came over, and I'm sure he'll take one too, as he gave Vial a cross check from behind. The referee did a pretty good job. Cairns went right over there. Then Vial had a very active shift. He was trying to bump and grind. He was trying to prove to his team they trail 6-2 with 6 minutes 24 seconds to go here. They're not going to quit. But, you know, Messier and Vial had a pretty active shift here. Vial goes right there and hits Messier up high, loses his own stick, and then Graves comes in and boom. So I think they're both going to get penalty minutes here. And I don't blame Graves at all. I mean, Messier is an asset for this club, as is Gretzky, as is Leach, and you take care of your assets, no matter what the business is. Doesn't matter what business you're in, you take care of your assets, and that time Graves did the job of coming over and giving Denny Vial a shot.
Vial gets 2 for roughing. No, for slashing, excuse me, and Graves gets 2 for cross-checking at 13:36, so the team skates 4 aside.
This was earlier on the shift as Cairns was picking Vial off, and then he went over to Messier here, and Messier moved the puck and gave him a little shot, little shot each, a couple of love taps just to let each other know that they were still there.
Washington and Hartford have ended in a 1-1 tie. Washington coming back to get that tie, unbeaten in their last 3. 2 wins and a tie, and their next game will be against the Rangers next Thursday night at the U.S. Air Arena in Landover. Andreas Dackel against Eric Cairns. Cairns getting a lot of ice time tonight. He's played well.
When he plays, Sam, and he plays well, he adds size.
Penalty upcoming on the Rangers. Deep is York. He's stopped by Richter. Penalty upcoming, a slashing call.
It will be a penalty. Rangers will be shorthanded as Mark Messier will go. Well, Richter just plucked the puck right off the stick of York, who had moved in. Just pulled it right off his stick. And Messier goes for slashing. Cairns, if he can play at this level, boy, he adds a lot of size. There he's with Alfredson. I'm going to push Alfredson. Alfredson's a strong little guy and quick, able to make the play, and then Messier moves. Ooh, pretty good hack there across the arm of York, who kept right on going. And York moved in here. And look at Richter. Man, he just pulled the puck right off the blade of the defenseman's stick. So power play Ottawa.
It'll be a 4-on-3, and the other negative is that their 2 best penalty killers are in that box right there.
That gives somebody else a chance to work. Gretzky's out there now. It'll be a 4-on-3 to start with. Rangers 5 minutes 54 seconds away from winning their 2,000th regular season game.
Were you there for the...
No, red light was, though.
Oh, okay. I wanted to make sure.
For the inaugural. Yeah, red light was.
Messier to a slashing at 14:06.
He was with Marconi in the radio. Something about a Marconi radio. I don't know too much about it.
Sal Messina, who has done Ranger color commentary for everyone's lifetime.
He does a great job, too.
He is.
It's terrific. Keeps them young.
Ottawa 1 for 3 on the power play in the game. This is their 4th. Wayne Gretzky with 4 assists in the second period, tying a team record for assists in a period held by Phil Goyette, 1963. Hey, that's a long time. 33 years ago. Duchesne. Now Wade Redden. Duchesne pass across to Alfredson. Alfredson, Daig. Duchesne with a shot tipped over the top. Leach, Sundstrom, and Gretzky, the penalty killers, and a clear all the way down by Sundstrom. Sundstrom's had an outstanding game. And not only because he scored 2 goals, he's played a solid defensive game. Daig moving, slowed down on the hook by Sundstrom. This is Alfredson with a back pass. Wade Redden's got it. Now Steve Duchesne. Daig's pass blocked by Leach. Alfredson moves it up to Redden. Minute 10 to go in the power play. Long shot by Redden. Save Richter. Rebound score. Alfredson.
No, he doesn't even celebrate, Sam. They have 5 minutes to go. It's now 6-3, and I think, you know, his feeling is he's not going to get carried away and put his arms up as if he just scored, you know, a big, huge goal. It's a good goal. It's a power play goal. It's a great shot, but you can just see the demeanor that this man has. I like him. He's not getting carried away with himself. Nice play, nice power play goal. As you'll see the puck moved around nicely here. Alfredson's over on the left side. He'll take the shot here is taken. You can see the rebound, and he knew he had to go high. And look at him, not even celebrate. That's just a nice goal scored by a real good player. The original shot is taken here on goal by Redden, the young player. Kick save, and then you can see Alfredson, the right-handed shot had to go up high, and he certainly finished it really well.
Both those goals by Alfredson and Cunneyworth. Rebounds off to the angle. And an icing is whistled, stopping play, making an offside. 4:47 remaining in the game. Rangers leading. Daniel Alfredson gets the goal, his 14th from Redden and Daig at 15 minutes. Second power play goal. Rangers have now given up 2 power play goals in each of the last 3 games, and that's something they need to address. Even though the Rangers are winning, something that needs to be looked at. York with a shot deflected up into the crowd.
Yeah, they ranked 21st, and another 2 against them tonight. The Islanders in their season series ended up 4 for 10 against the Rangers on their power play. The Rangers penalty killing was good when it got the Rangers back online and playing well, but lately they've been getting a few goals scored against them, and probably it's something that Goldie Campbell, in fact, it's not probably, he will address, he'll talk about. You know, it's never always perfect. You always try to find what your faults are and what your negatives are and try to make them positives. Imagine what Richter's goal against then has been an even strength.
Oh,
pretty good.
Terrific. Mike Richter looking for his 11th straight win, looking to go 15 games without a loss. Leach with the puck. 6-3. Rangers leading it. 2 goals for Sundstrom, 2 for Robitaille, 1 each for Messier and Kovalov. Icing whistle against the Rangers.
So it's third goals that bug you too. If you have a game where you give up 2 or less, your goals against and your team goals against goes down. If it goes to 3, it goes up. Your own personal goals against and your team's goals against. Rangers were ranked 10th going into tonight's game. By the way, Pittsburgh winning again tonight, 7-3, the third over Tampa Bay. Patrick Lalime with Reagan's injury. During the time I think Reagan's going to be out, the Rangers will only play Pittsburgh once, and that'll be on January 25th.
On Fox?
On a Saturday game, right?
First week that Fox begins
its Saturday afternoon, so interesting to see the young man play.
Messier drops it back for Samuelson.
And speaking of goaltending, did we mention that Cloutier, the Rangers goaltender Binghamton, was player of the week recently in the American League 2 weeks ago?
And back-to-back shutouts.
Right.
That's a good sign.
A real good sign.
Karpovtsev leaves it. Messier picks it up. Karpovtsev to Samuelson. All the way across for Messier. Missed connection. Another icing.
A play trying to break the trap, defense to defense, and then a long cross-ice pass. Sometimes You don't want to put it through the middle, but if the seam is there and it works, it works. That time the puck was elevated in the air, and it ends up being an icing call. Jacques Martin, his club, next year, he told me last time we were in Ottawa, Sam, we were leaving, he said next year, 11 of his players will be 23 years of age or younger. So he's working with a lot of young players and trying to make them better quickly. The other night, their win at home over Boston was the first time in 22 games they've beaten the Bruins.
Wow. And of course, the big win that we talked about, the win in Montreal, that 6-0 win, that certainly was.
See, their first ever game in their franchise, they beat Montreal at home, and it seemed as though they've always played well against Montreal. But to beat them 6-0 in Montreal, wow.
The 6 goals tonight by the Rangers, the second most that the Senators have given up in the game. They gave up 7 at Pittsburgh December the 2nd in the 7-3 loss. Tugnutt waits for the puck. Jason York, originally a draft pick of the Detroit Red Wings, went to the Anaheim Mighty Ducks before coming to Ottawa. Daig taken out of the play by Leach, and Bukaboom sweeps it clear. There'll be an icing on the Rangers. No, icing waved off, excuse me. Steve Duchesne. Honeyworth drops it in the Rangers zone. Bukaboom takes over. 3:05 to go in the game. Rangers leading 6-3. Rangers looking for their 22nd win of the season and looking to go a season high 6 games over 500. Robitaille and Sundstrom are on looking for a hat trick. Was cleared out. Cairns has it back. Driver sends it in. And Duchesne back to play it with 2:35 to go. Yashin, who's had a very, very quiet night. Dackel centers, blocked by Driver.
Shane Churla on the ice here, Sam. He took a pretty hefty run at Duchesne. I think his thinking probably is, you run Messier, one of our best players, we run one of your best players.
Payback, huh?
Yeah.
Vial moves it. Blocked at the line by Driver. On the Ranger bench. Puck is still loose. Yashin and Churla. Vial and Nemchinov. Noonan moves in. And gets a little rough there.
Remember the game in Ottawa in the older arena a couple of years ago? Denny Vial took a punch at somebody. Koser, was it?
Yes.
He missed him, and he hit the metal partition holding a piece of plexiglass with his bare fist.
Oh,
and you're going to hear that whack all around the building. I mean, it was like a big rock for a right hand hit. Oh, it was frightening to hear that.
And he is one strong man. He started his career with the Rangers, went to Detroit.
Yeah, like most tough guys, he's a good guy. It looks like Cairns will get the toss with 1:55 to go. He's gone. He's 10-minute misconduct to Cairns.
18:05, the time of the misconduct call.
Vial now taken off the ice. That's probably his last shift with 1:55 to go. 18:09 is the time of Cairns' 10-minute misconduct.
I make it 18:05.
18:05, pardon me. My math is just not that good, and my subtraction's worse.
And your statistician made a
I was bailing him out.
His first of the new year.
I was blaming me, and you just...
Emmett's the best.
Yes, he is.
Even if he hasn't asked his girlfriend the very important question yet. 1:50 remaining in the game. Kenny Lambert on the ice, and some yelling back and forth. Bukaboom and Lambert opposite one another with some chit-chat. Dan Maruelli skates by. Watch out. Lambert and Bukaboom.
Straight time here.
Lambert and Bukaboom. A little shoving. Away from the play. They're pushing. They're wrestling. The gloves are off and they're going.
Oh, Bukaboom just landed one. Oh, goodness. He is so much bigger.
wasn't watching the puck. I knew something was going to happen. He didn't do it. And Jacques Martin looks on. 1:40 to go. And Coley Campbell just would like to get this one over with. The Rangers can enjoy the victory.
You know, to be honest, it looked like Bukaboom just wanted to hold his man away from getting to the net. And Lambert, he's an aggressive kid. It looks like he just wanted to get something going. And it's game over here. The game's over.
Yeah.
Lambert's he's got a lot of guts, but he's going against the big guy. Let's see what happens here as Bukaboom backs up. He locks onto his check, sticks into each other between their legs. Bukaboom's not even looking at him. He just want to hold him up. He's watching play. And then finally you can see Lambert's right glove came off first, and Bukaboom just, oh baby, did he land a right and took care of him. Bukaboom just threw him around. I mean, it looked like Lambert wanted to get something going there.
Almost as if he wanted to say, you know, I'm not afraid of you. Yeah. You got me last time, but
Ottawa,
here we go again.
Last couple of shifts had Viel on the ice for a shift and then Lambert on the ice for a shift. Now there's not one of those heavyweights or not, you know, scrappers. Maybe we can just get this thing over.
5 minutes each for fighting at 18:20 to Bukaboom and Lambert. Yashin for Zent, and he scores, and it's 6-4. So Jason Zent, who got his first NHL goal against the Rangers on December the 30th, scores again, his third of the season, and it's 6-4 with 1:26 remaining.
Nice passing play. Full marks to Ottawa here when they put this line together on the ice. There's a good intercept. As you see, the puck is moved in. Zoltak with the intercept, and there's the shot. And the goal is scored. What a pass across. Zent's there, and he just found a way to have the puck slither up over top the shoulder of Richter. Zoltak, he does some good things out there now.
Richter stops the puck. Around the boards. A 6-4 game with 1:10 to go. And a takeaway by Alfredson. He's checked by Robitaille. Zent hit by Samuelson. Robitaille fires the puck off the glass and out of the zone with less than a minute to go. Zent with his third from York and Zoltak at 18:34.
Tugnutt looks over the bench. No signal from the bench to get the goalie off the ice.
Duchesne. The stick of Zoltak to Dave. He shoots, saved by Richter. Rebound went in front. It was cleared by Carpenter. Fired in front, tipped wide by Laukkanen, whose stick was being held by Samuelson, and a penalty coming up.
Wants him, yeah. Laukkanen gave him a shot. Samuelson really wants him. Oh, the Swede and the Finn here, huh?
Yeah, this game's really degenerated.
Laukkanen went right to the front of the net. And he was tied up with Samuelson and gave Samuelson a shot. And then Samuelson got mad and started chasing him up the ice.
Well, Samuelson was holding Laukkanen's stick.
Yeah,
that's what started
tried again. Then Laukkanen gave him a shot. Anyway, it gets lost. Here's Ottawa almost scored again.
Yeah,
very a couple
close.
of good plays. 28.9 seconds to go now. It's Finns and Swedes. Here you see Daig with a shot. Good save by Richter. The puck ends up back towards the front. Samuelson's behind the net, goes in front, and there's Laukkanen with a shot. Samuelson grabs his stick, and Laukkanen gives him a cross-check after he grabbed his stick, and there's Ulf. He's mad. Ooh, gave him a shot there with his glove on. Laukkanen didn't want too much of anything. So, 2 minutes for holding the stick and roughing go to Samuelson. Laukkanen, I don't know what he got. I don't think anything by the looks of it.
Samuelson 4 minutes on the board, and Coley Campbell
can't get there over to the bench.
He's saying let's go. He wants to get this game over with. Get the play going. Ottawa around the bench. They're going to have a 6-on-4 because they pull the goaltender.
Yeah, absolutely.
2 for holding the stick, 2 for roughing it, 1931.
It's almost like basketball where everything happens in the last minute or two.
Ottawa 2 for 4 on the power play in the game. 28.9 seconds to go. Their goalie's been pulled. 6 skaters on. Yashin won the face-off. Duchesne shot saved. Richter holds it. 25.3 remaining. Pittsburgh has beaten Tampa Bay 7-3. Pittsburgh now has 46 points on the season.
Senators win that draw, and a quick shot as they need 2 goals. Everything has to go to the net for them. Messier and Yashin for the draw once again.
Messier wins it. Puck loose. Comes to Messier. Unable to clear. Now deflected out. Graves gains control to the empty net wide. Alfredson moves it quickly. 12 seconds to go. Alfredson passes to Yashin. Yashin moves in. Yashin, the shot taken by Zoltak and a save by Richter goes up into the crowd. 2.4 seconds remaining.
Every time this Ottawa club gets a power play, the Zoltak is everywhere. They got the shot. Richter made the save. Faceoff will stay inside the zone, and this one's over. 2.4 seconds to go.
With the win, the Rangers will now tie Florida in points with 49. Florida has played 39 games, Rangers 43.
Florida goes on a West Coast trip now, don't they?
Yes, they open up in L.A. tonight. They're in L.A. tonight. And that's it. The Rangers have defeated the Ottawa Senators 6-4. It is their 6th straight win on home ice. It is their 4th win in the last 5 overall. They've won 9 of their last 11 and are 15-3-1 in the last 19. Wayne Gretzky with another momentous night.
Kind of a sloppy, weird finish. The Rangers, a win's a win's a win. I think the coaching staff may start thinking about checking out the penalty killing a little bit. That's starting to slip some, and it's something you always want to stop things before the slide becomes a great big slide. But it was a win in which the Rangers played a dominating second period to put this one into the books.
Despite the 4 goals, Mike Richter made 35 saves and picks up his 11th straight win. He's unbeaten in his last 15.
Looks like the whole line will be involved in the 3 stars. Sundstrom, Robitaille,
not bad,
and a 99.
2 goals for Sundstrom, 2 goals and an assist for Robitaille, and 4 assists for Wayne Gretzky.
The third star of the game from the Rangers, number 24, Nicholas Sundstrom.
You see Nicholas Sundstrom shake his head? He was turning down the request to be interviewed on MSG Network post-game. He still won't do it.
Is that nervous, Rick?
We're going to have to drag him kicking and screaming. Robitaille, 2nd star. Wayne Gretzky, the #1 star, with a 4-point game, 4 assists, tying a team record for assists in 1 period, and another milestone in the career of the great one. Rangers defeat the Ottawa Senators 6-4. Back with our post-game wrap-up after this.
It's a final. The Rangers have defeated the Ottawa Senators at home. The final here at the Garden 6-4, and the Rangers partied like it was 1999, and it was. They got win number 2,000. That's 2,000 regular season wins for the Rangers franchise, and they do it within a week of the Knicks getting number 2,000. For more of their thoughts on the game, let's go upstairs as we wait for Luc Robitaille to Sam and JD.
Thanks, Deb. For the Rangers, they broke out with 5 goals in the second period and then kind of coasted in as the game really got sloppy at the end. But still, the play on home ice has been good lately, John, and that's an important sign for the Rangers.
When this team's always had its best years, the home ice has been a dominant area for them, which was not earlier in the season.
Right.
This team had trouble winning on home ice for some reason. Actually, if you look back, the last portion of last season, it seemed to be a problem for them. But they've turned that around, and the fans are really getting into it here in the Garden. They're seeing a lot of excellent hockey with Messier and his line doing their thing, and then Gretzky and his line doing their thing, and Leach and Richter. There's a lot of the Rangers' upper echelon players right now are near the top of their games.
Yeah, the 2 offensive lines are both contributing, though we saw the Gretzky line get the 3 stars. Don't forget, Messier got it started with a goal. Kovalov had a 3-point game, and Graves contributed as well.
Yeah, you know, you always look to see if you have 2 scoring lines, it makes it very difficult for the other team to find who they want to match their best defensive pairing against them, who they want to match as their best defensive line if they have 1 checking line. But it was a case here where I think once the Rangers realized what they wanted to do and started to do it, like work the puck deep in the second period, the Ottawa club had a lot of problem handling the puck when it was deep in the Rangers, in their own zone, and the Rangers, especially the Gretzky line, got it going. Of course, Messier ignited the crowd with that great goal earlier.
And despite the 4 goals given up, Mike Richter, when he had to be, was solid, especially in that first period when he had to keep Ottawa off the board in a back-and-forth game that was very tight and not much for either team. Richter was good.
And the other area, I think, there's been a lot of roses thrown around here. Not roses, by the way, but, the penalty killing is slipping a little bit. And it's something that when you look at this club, and earlier it was going real well, and the statistical end of it was getting better and better and better. They were 21st going into tonight, which means it's slipping a little bit. And for the team to really become a better team, it's an area now that has been slipping for a bit that has to get better.
And the concern here is that there really isn't much practice time during this heavy game schedule. There isn't much practice time. There's a day off tomorrow, or maybe an optional tomorrow, and then the Colorado Avalanche are here on Monday night.
And I'm looking forward to that one. They have a lead tonight over Philadelphia. This is going to be a real good match, I think. And for the Rangers, Sam, again, as you just mentioned, right up until the All-Star break, the Rangers have games and games and games and games. But once that All-Star break comes, the schedule lightens up. And I think for the coaching staff, that'll be for them a real good chance to work with all their players, work on passing drills, work on penalty killing, work on the power play even more, even though it's number 1. And the team will get better and better and better. At least that's what they hope.
For the Rangers, the winning continues. Luc Robitaille was the part of the winning tonight. He's with Deb Kaufman right now. Let's go to Deb.
All right, thank you, guys. Here's a look at our player of the game, Luc Robitaille, that tallied 2 goals and 1 assist. And the marquee player of the game is brought to you by the New York Marriott Marquis, Broadway's biggest hit. And Broadway's biggest hit is with us tonight as we rejoin you from our studios down here, Luc Robitaille. And boy, the overall tally, 18 points in your last 16 games, much better going than earlier in the year.
Well, yeah, I think the whole team is playing much better, and everybody. And when the team is playing better, it seems like every line's getting more openings, and that's what's been happening with our line.
Well, the 3 of you, the trio tonight, were really clicking. You, Nicholas, and Wayne Gretzky.
Well, Gretz made some great passes. I mean, when he goes behind the net, he's always been dangerous. He certainly was tonight. He made some great passes to Sonny and I.
And the guys were calling him the Swedish meatball tonight. How about the young Nicholas Sundstrom? He had one of his better games.
I saw that. Must have had a few before the game. He played real well. He's a great offensive player. I mean, people haven't had an opportunity to see him yet, but I think they are this year. And he's always there offensively. He makes good plays along the boards, and I'm sure as the season goes, he's going to score even more goals.
Let's talk a little bit about how your season has progressed. I know you went through a long summer, and you got a little bit into the martial arts and the concentration and more discipline. And can you really point to a turning point really in the season for you and how it's progressed to now?
Well, I think I went with the team. I mean, we started playing better as a team at the end of that long road trip. I think it was in Phoenix, and it seemed like everybody started picking up. And I remember that game, I thought to myself, just go out there, play, stop thinking, and just go play as hard as you can. And I think for everybody, it was a turning point.
All right. The other thing, we talked to Coley Campbell about it before the game. The Rangers tend to play up or down to their opponent. You guys really under 500 against teams with losing records. Did you have that in mind tonight when you went out there?
No, we knew it was a big game for us. We wanted to come out and play hard, but on the other side, we wanted to be patient because we knew they're a patient team. They played a patient game last night, and it's one of those teams you don't want to give them chances, and we did in the first period, and then in the second period it paid off. We finally started doing some forechecking, and when we did that, it paid off, like I said, and I think that was the difference in the game.
All right, thank you, Luke, and it doesn't get any easier. Colorado now on Monday.
Right. It's going to be a big game.
All right, thanks to Luc Robitaille. We'll continue postgame here on MSG. We'll take a quick break, and we'll have lots more for you in the Happy Recap right after this. Welcome back, and our game summary is a very busy one. A lot of Rangers with a lot of points tonight, including Wayne Gretzky with 4 assists all in the second period. He now has 43 on the year, on pace for an 80-assist season. Alexei Kovalev getting the goal and 2 assists tonight. The Messier line played just as well as the Gretzky line. Luc Robitaille with 2 goals and an assist, and the young Nicholas Sundstrom with a couple of goals. He now has 17 on the year, and Mike Richter moves his unbeaten streak to 15 games. He hasn't lost now since November 23rd. We'll take another quick break. Be back with more on the post-game report here at the Garden right after this. victory, but he was behind the bench for number 2,000. We go to the head coach Coley Campbell now for his thoughts from the press conference just a few moments ago.
No, I think we've had better second periods. We were pretty good with the puck down low. Wayne's line was the dominating line tonight, offensively down low. I think Mark line started out doing a good job on Yashin when it was a checking game and a matching game. They tried to slow the game down to a snail's pace by changing every 30 seconds after playing last night, or I don't know what they want to do, maybe try to control the tempo. Slow changes, keeping 6 guys on the ice, so it got to be a kind of monotonous game. When we picked up the tempo, it helped us, but it was a snail's pace of a game, that's for sure.
So your team did not take them lightly at all?
Well, we talked about that, and we came out hard, and we talked about giving up points at home, and we're starting to look around the standings now, and this win put us, I don't know, was it second overall in points. I know some teams have games in hand, but it's been a long climb, and we've given up 6 points to Tampa, and Ottawa beat us when we were down and out after Christmas.